Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Speak of the Joker. Welcome back to the show because this is part 2 of Citizen Sleeper. Citizen Sleeper, rated T for Teen. This is a game that came out in 2022 and was part of the Humble Choice bundle this month. So this is a role-playing in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. Live the life of an escaped worker washed up on a lawless station on the edge of interstellar society. That's the description, but let me tell you what I remember. You escape from some mega corporation that you have downloaded your mind into a robot that is dependent on their medication for you to survive. You start working with like a junk dealer, and essentially you find out that the town doctor, who is essentially controlled by a local gangster, can get you the medicine. The medicine's very expensive. That's kind of the story thus far. We're maybe trying to get off the ship. We're being hunted. The hunter guy came and was like, you know what? Turns out we're not going to kill you. You just got to pay us every week. So the amount of things that we have to pay for to not get a game over, I'm assuming, is starting to escalate quickly, which means earning money is now going to become even more important. Before, I was thinking money's not really that valuable because you really just have to buy food with it, but like you get a lot of food. So I was not super concerned. But all of that's the narrative. The actual mechanics of the game are also quite fascinating. Every morning you wake up, or every cycle or whatever, you wake up and you just have a certain number of dice. The amount of dice you have is dependent on your condition, how close you are to a game over, it seems like. And oh yeah, and this is my costume. I just like roped up a bunch of weird clothes. But you'll see when you get into the game, you'll see I'm not that crazily dressed. And you start with your dice. You can have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5. Generally, you want high numbers. The only use case for lower numbers is to do specific challenges where they require specific dice, but that's only one small aspect of the game. So, here we go. Let's get into it. We also will need hundreds of their versions of money, which is like cryptocurrency, just to progress the story because we need to go to the other part of the space station. I will say one thing I remember that happened almost exactly at the end of last time was I traded like a computer memory core to fix somebody's ship. I was promised a lot of money as a reward, and I spent lots of money, and the reward was, we'll give you a discount to do another mission in the future. Uh-oh, did this just pop up? This like star thing in the middle? What is that? Citizen Sleeper 2 announced. Well, there we go. All right, let's hit continue. Grayley says it's great cosplay. Thank you. If I had known more about the game, I think more muted colors is actually the way to go. I'm Extractor. I'm level 11. I don't feel like I'm level 11, but okay. As we level up, we earn other abilities that essentially affect our dice roll or outcomes when we're doing certain activities. So there are different activities like repairs and inspections and things like this. So up at the top here, we're only eligible for 3 dice. If we take... How do we have inventory? Here we go. If we take our stabilizer, we will get more dice. I am not super convinced I want to take that yet because we don't have a lot of money. But the more dice, the more activities we do that can earn money. So I'm almost talking myself into taking it. It cost 100. Will having 2 dice... Hold on, let me do the math. Let's do some math, folks. Right here, real-time math. A lot of the jobs that we have done earn between 10 and 20. Let's call it 15. How many jobs will we need to do to make our 100 back? Okay, what's that? 6? I can't math. 6? Is that 6? So the question is, how many turns of dice do we get? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I think maybe we should take it because we'll have 2 more dice, which means we could do 2 more jobs a day, which will put us on a faster track for earning, plus it'll give us a chance to roll better dice. Ooh. Oh boy, I've like almost talked myself into it instead of, I thought I was going to talk myself out of it when I started this thought. I thought I was going to talk myself out of it. Let's do this. Let's get down a little bit more to where we're at 2 dice, and then we'll do it. I may regret that instantly, and I can change my mind tomorrow. But this is, we ended the game, we ended the stream last time at the end of the day. So our first order of business is to rest. And then we can do all of these jobs and different things like that before. The doctors asked us to collect data on the gangster. This is the ferry to get over to the other side. All kinds of stuff like that. But none of that matters. We are resting. I actually don't know where we stay. Oh, wait, here we go. Empty container. So, and this is how we would inject the stabilizer. I think it restores a full thing. So let's end the cycle. Let's just hope for some good dice, and then we'll plan what we're doing next. Honestly, it's been a week since I played. I've kind of forgotten. Okay. 3, 4, 5 is good. A 3, 4, 5 is good because we also get +1 for a lot of different activities. So like 5s and 6s are like guaranteed no fails. It's just a matter of succeeding. Okay, so let's leave here. Let's look at our quests because we really want to complete quests. So I think there's nothing we can do here. We've turned on tracking, and this I thought we had made progress with disabling our tracking, and then it went away. This yellow is indicating an amount of time before something happens, but it's not a quest. This red is indicating the amount of time before something happens, and it's very bad. So we'll come back to that. Let's decide on a quest. Let's decide on a focus. I think this game does better when you're focused because look, you get your character sheet and you get upgrade points, and we can do things like that. So let's find a focus. So, extract the pass. Feng wants to dig into the old thulium networks in search of secrets. Okay. So this is hacking these networks. The good news about hacking these networks is usually you have to match the dice, and it's really good when you're getting dice rolls that make it so you that you can't really use elsewhere. Like a 2 is not going to do you well elsewhere. So this one also a 2. So we'll leave that for now. This one also 2. So I don't think there's anything you can do here. These guys actually, they're both with Feng, and I think story-wise we're on a pause with him. So this is the mission. This is a person we gave the memory computer upgrade to who didn't pay us a ton of money, which is super frustrating and disappointing. So I can help her locate her old crew member. At some point she'll pay us. She made it very clear she would pay us. Okay. Neovend. Neovend is a computer that, or maybe a previous person, but a computer entity now that downloaded into a vending machine to save itself from a purge. There was like a revolution not that long ago. We need a ship mind, which is the thing we gave to the other person to help him. We're nowhere near getting that. We don't have the parts. We don't have the ability to build it. We don't have the money to buy parts. So we're nowhere near that right now. Sabine is involved in something bad. This is the doctor that's helping us. Again, extracting data. So data. We're not doing that right now because, so this is extracting the data that'll help. We go up to here. Same thing, 1s and 2s. So when we get 1s and 2s, we'll absolutely use them for that. Not today. We got good rolls today. Now I'm thinking, oh, what would I do if I had 2 more dice? We better have some 1s and 2s. Okay, Enfys loves 2 things, stories and food. This is the food vendor. We need to get him mushrooms. Where do those mushrooms grow? Well, they grow all the way over here. Same where the person that we're hunting is. for our friend who runs the ship. So I'll just show you what this looks like. It's 100 crypto. We have 70. It's 100 just to get past. I don't know that I want to spend 100 on that unless these missions are pretty easy. We don't know. If the missions are easy, we want to do it. We don't know yet. Okay, so we're not doing that one yet either. Pay Ethan's tab. Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, he'll leave you alone. Wishful thinking. So this is the hunter that's after me. This is the hunter that's after me. And I'll turn on tracking so you see what it looks like. It says wait for him to run up a tab, but here it is. So at 2, 3, 4 days, 4 cycles, it's going to be a real problem. It's going to be a real problem. But we're not there yet. So I just said I really want to focus on missions, and here we are at the last mission. Workers on the sidereal crew get entered into a draw for a colony ship. It's a one-way off the eye into a new life. So that means we actually could do some working on that. That might be what we do. Because I think that also gets us money. We need money? We have really good dice rolls. So both of these are safe, which is, here, I'll show you what that looks like. So a 3 means 25% positive result, 50% negative, 50% neutral, 25% negative. If we put a 4 in there, it's actually the same. But then we put a 5 in, 50% positive, 50% neutral. So, you know, is what it is. Okay, so the question, and if it's safe, that means the consequences for one person is like, or the consequence for one fail is like nothing. It's really pretty minor. So that is good news. Okay. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay. So before we decide to use our dice here, right? I'm not sure. It's actually not clear that... It's not clear which one we use. Webbing complex system bundles like nerves, your job is to lay out these systems. So it's probably we can get there either way. That's the only one that's connected to our quest. Let's click on this. See, then we have the stuff like this, which is like there's things we can do. Like we can work in this bar. Ironically, the bar shift is risky, but we get a +1. So I wonder if I should use my 4 on this and then use my 3 and 5 on the safe one. I think I'm gonna do that. Is that weird? Well, we get a +1. Do we use our 3 here? No, because it's risky. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Nope, not. Yeah, I'm gonna use the 4, which counts as a 5. Oh, but should I use the 3? No, we'll use the 4 that counts as a 5. Because if I use the 3, it counts as a 4, and then the 4 over there, it's the same thing. It's the same percentages. So here we go. We're going to work our shift, which will hopefully build up this good service over time. We will be hungry tomorrow, but we're not there yet. So we got the neutral outcome, which is the worst one, because we could have gotten positive. So we worked one shift there. Let me click on this just to make sure before I make my final decisions. I mean, really, there's only 3 actions we can do. Hello, Evo. There's only 3 actions. I don't know which one's better. We should probably pick. Let's go. You have a spot supporting the weld team. A good place to prove your knowledge. Get together. Prove you're a reliable tech. We're more of a welder type. Let's see what happens. Anything but negative. Neutral outcome is good. Fry Guy wants to know how this game's going so far. I'm really enjoying it. So we just got started today, but I'm really enjoying this game. I'm feeling a little like I don't know exactly what to do, and I don't. Another neutral outcome. Wow, 3 neutrals today. That's not great. A single bad weld could lead to the ship's collapse. Yeah, a little bummed that I got 2 neutrals. I mean, well, whatever. I guess I can't complain too much. But that's it. We're out of dice, which means you're out of actions. So usually there's kind of nothing more you can do. We did, in total, earn... I wish there was like a log, so because I missed exactly what I earned. But as far as I can tell, there's no like log of what just happened. Like if I click on any of these things, like they don't do anything. So I earned a total of 37 credits. So I think the ship pays a whole lot more than working at the bar. And the bar is risky and the ship is safe. Interesting. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna rest again. I said I was really on the fence about using my serum, my stabilizer, but now, with just how short that day felt because I didn't have my 2 more dice, I'm actually going to go ahead and use it. Okay. And because I'm going to be out of food after this sleep, and I can sunbathe, which is a perk that regenerates food. So I just have an extra dice for that too, if I don't want to spend the money. So here we go, let's end the cycle. I don't know if that's the right choice, but we need some good dice roll. If we get some bad dice roll, we know where to use them on the data. Okay, we got a 2, 2 3s, a 4 and a 5. That's I think pretty good. Like we'll probably use the 2 down here. Ooh, I could just do it now. No. We don't want to use the 2 here. We want to use the 2 on the data packet. I mean, we're kind of in the same situation as we were last time in terms of what we can do. This is new, right? This just got here? Yeah, I can spend 20 and I can get up to 3 scraps. Like, we really do want to do that, but we don't have that kind of money. Problem is this is dangerous, so failure is like a serious problem. So I want to pop in with the 4 or 5. I don't want to use a 3. Let's think about that. Because if this pays, then this might be a better use of our dice than our long-term quest. I would like to work my way onto the shipyard crew, though. This guy's just getting worse. Let's see what options. Okay. The bill isn't going to be small, so we're going to need money in 4 cycles no matter what. Okay, let's use our 2 on one of these data nodes. Let's see which options we have. So these are for the doctor's quest. I wouldn't mind moving those forward. This is for this guy's quest. Oh no, we need a ship mine for him. So we're pretty close to being done with these. We don't need a key node. I mean, we need a key node eventually. The key nodes are literally physical keys that open up some hidden room. That's all we know. All right, we're just gonna do one of these. Well, we need to find one that's worth 2. Darn it, you actually can't use a die that's higher. I kind of don't mind the game giving you, like, things to use your terrible dice on. So that's a 1, that's a 1. This one's a 2. All right, well, we're gonna use this. I don't even know what it does, but we're gonna find out. And the hunter that's chasing me through the system also will get closer to me. Data extracted. Oh, wow. That actually gave me a lot. That... Oh, no, I had some of these. Yeah, I had some of those already, but I think... Yeah, let's see what this does. We still have a bunch of good dice, so in case we get a situation where we need to use it, that could be good. So we're moving something along. I'm just not sure what we're moving along. The gate flips. You are in. Are we in? Oh, this is this guy's quest right here. But I didn't know how to get it. So we're doing that. Okay, that's one of the ports. What's the other one do? Did I? Okay, let's make sure we're clicking on the right one. 33? Oh, no, it's the same one. Okay, it's one object. Okay, this is a Ripper worm. So we're implanting a virus. I don't know. Also, story-wise, there's a guy who was here from before the revolution, who doesn't seem like a great guy. Okay. Let's track this quest and see if we've actually made progress on that. No, that's a different thing. I don't know. I feel like we just did something, but maybe it needs at least one cycle to do something. Oh yeah, here it is. This is what we just did. So Fang's Ripper Worm is installed, but it'll take a few cycles to run through the closed network. Okay. Great. Well, I'm glad we did that this time, all because we rolled a 2. So I think getting more dice was probably a good choice. I don't know, how the probabilities work in this game, but technically it was one of our new dice. So, okay. Let's do things that make us money. Is it this, which is dangerous, or is it working on the shipyard? Let's do this, since we have a 5, and this is dangerous, and it's gonna turn into a 6. Let's see what happens, and then we'll spend our other dice on the shipyard, because we need the money too. What does this give us? 15 money. Oh, and 2 energy. The background of the ship is so bright. When we do endure activities, we have a chance to earn energy. So in a way that actually was way more valuable. It was 15 credits and then saved us 10 having to buy food. So great. Well, shoot. Do I want to do this now? Do I want to do this here? Yeah, we didn't get anything else. We just got 15 credits. 15 credits, which doesn't even get us the scrap. You need the scrap because that's how you build the ship mines and stuff. Like, you need these things, but do I need it right now? No. I'm gonna say we do the ship, and here's why. I want to prioritize money for a few rounds because I don't know how much we're gonna have to pay the guy not to kill us. So let's get lucky. These all have a chance to fail. Neutral again. Neutral is not bad. I'm guessing we get 3 fails. That's what this means. I'm guessing. Okay, neutral again. Ooh, I mean, I'll take a neutral over a fail any day, but so far we're on 4 neutrals, 25% chance to fail on 3 of them. Neutral again. Okay, statistically, that's within a very believable realm here. Okay, great. And oh, we also got some ship scraps. That's actually really good. We need this for other things. So if we get 3 of these, we can build a ship mine. So that actually, yeah, this actually ended up being one of the better things we could do. Great. Let's make sure that I'm correct here with my assumption, so we can sell the components. Okay, we can sell the components for 1. How do we build a component? Fabrication. Okay, we need 3 of these. Okay, so we need 3 fragments. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not too concerned. Okay, let's rest. We earned, another like 50, and we don't need to spend money on food or spend a die on food. So that was a pretty good turn. It wasn't a great turn because we literally got neutral outcome for everything. Okay, we have a 1 and a 2. Yeah, a win for sure. That's right, Grayley. Yeah, I mean, a neutral outcome when I have a 25% chance to fail 2 or 3 times, that's a win, because failings are really bad in this game. In for a safe action, they're not as bad, but it looks like I can only fail 3 times. So I say we do the data for the 1, and we do the 2 here, which gives us essentially food, because failure is not really a big deal. And then we do the ships we have 2 6s, which is a guaranteed pass, and we have a 4, so maybe we put the 4 on the scrapyard. Let's just look around, see if anything's changed. This is still not come due, so there's nothing to be done. Let's look around. Okay, that's my plan. Oh, no, this is the other agent. Yeah, we'll save the 2 for now. Let's go ahead and do this one. I think we might have to fight the hunter again. Like if you mess with too much data, then the hunter comes. So this just gives us data. Oh yeah, so we have 2 more. This data will turn in here. And we need 3 to hack the system. Let's not spend it yet because we might hack the system. Hack the system. We have a cache of raw data. I wonder if we can use that on something. I don't see anywhere to use that yet, but maybe we need to hack. Okay, let's do the ship. Because this is a dangerous one, we're going to do our 4, which will give us a +1. So it's a guaranteed pass, and we might get a little food here. So let's go ahead and start that action. We can't fail. Neutral outcome again. Neutral outcome. Interesting. Yeah, so we just got money and we didn't get food. That's okay. I figured there was a chance we wouldn't. So do we spend... You know what? I think we spend the 10 credits, and I hope I don't need those 10 credits to literally survive in a couple turns. But I think we spend the 10 credits for the food. And I'm going to use this to get more data. It just seems to be too valuable, the data. Okay, and let's do the ship. I'm just gonna change my tracking to the ship. Since that's what I'm actually doing. But the other one will come into play in a couple turns. Okay, 6. Start action. Positive outcome? Considering we had a 100% chance, that's good. Oh, that also means, oh, I guarantee finish this turn. Oh, geez, if I had thought of that, then maybe I should have used the lower die. Because in this case, a neutral outcome actually would have saved me that die. It doesn't change anything. In the end, it doesn't change anything to be an overachiever. Before we spend that die, though, I want to do this data node. And here's my theory. Theoretically, something could happen extracting this data where we need that die, and I would rather survive with it. Imagine the game doesn't give you a positive outcome with a 100% chance. I mean, it feels like there's games like that. A Havenage member is broadcasting on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. Data extracted. So nothing happened with that data extraction. So we have one more data extraction and then a key node. What happens here? That's done. Okay, so a node takes a 2. So we need a 2 and a 2. And then we're done with all of those. Then there's these, which are the agents. Okay. Great. And so we have 175. This is a sealed dock. That's for the ship mind. I'm just clicking around just to make sure I know what's going on everywhere. In a few turns, there'll be a ship dock there. Great. I can buy a ship mine from that dock. 2 more turns for this to be done. Offices? What's here? This is interesting. A slate in the office advertises that Havagers are looking for informants. So instead of doing the quest with the doctor, I could just sell this as a repeatable action. I wonder why you would do that. It seems like a quest with the doctor, which possibly could reduce the cost of my medication, would be super useful. But that's okay. All right, let's get another. So we will complete this circle now automatically. Even a neutral outcome would complete it. So let's see what happens. We did 0 negative quality controls. We got a few lucky rolls. Let's go. We've been quite lucky so far. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gathers outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on a receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you are either called for a shift or you aren't. Oof. As you arrive, the crowd is restless, and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those of who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with the supervisor where you were praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Well, okay. I mean, a lot of people are like bigoted towards me because I'm like essentially corporate property with a human mind transported, but okay. Yet you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling guilty as you do so. Remember, we're trying to win a ticket to give to a guy and his daughter, I think. Oh yeah, here we go. Hey, sleeper, wait up. Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd. And you turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Keep walking. Oh, stone cold. I mean, they give you an option at least. Timely reminder, I know exactly. Lem, good to see you, friend. He's breathing harder, shouldering through the waiting workers. I don't want his job. I mean, I don't want to work on the ship, so I'm definitely going to give him the ticket. So thirsty today. You made the work team. Good for you. He tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair. She says, shh, baby. Give me a second here. He smiles weakly weakly at you as he comforts her. And her cry starts to fade. Oh, why is she crying? Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side. Shiny streaks down both of her cheeks. As she does, you see her clutching the assignment number on the paper. Waiting on a shift? Is Mina okay? I'm gonna say that. She's good. We just had to rush up here. Puts his hand on her shoulder. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. Well, I've only seen them together, so she must be sick a lot. He stretches, I don't know who. A noise sounds from the entrance, a klaxon, followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on a display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling and trying to wade through the entry checkpoint. Lem stops and turns back toward the crowd, and then glances down at the paper. That's my number. Shoot. Mina. He starts patting the pockets in the gear, glancing around her. Go, I'll watch her. Yeah, of course, I'll watch her. I don't have any dice in case she gets into trouble. She's like a lemming. She's going to jump off the space station, and I'm like, I need a 5. He blinks. Thank you. He crouches Mina. You're going to stay with our friend here, okay? And they're going to keep you safe. He stands back. Here, take her bag. Shoves it in her hand. She's got food. Oh, shoot, I have to go. Hey, she's got food. Could I just have, like, a nibble? Just 1 health bar worth of nibble? He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon. Okay, good, bye. And then Len disappears into the roiling crowd, who are now trying to get in the shipyard before it locks down. Mina stands staring, suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed look you can't quite read. I will stay silent. I know I said we are a person of action, and I won't use the stay silent option too often, which I do like to use that option in most games, but I wanted to give her a check-in. I wanted to give her a second to check on her. She holds the stare unmoving, the 2 parallel tracks still glint on her cheeks. We're gonna look in the bag. I want to give her something that she's familiar with. Something that, like, a conversation starter might be something I pull out of the bag versus just like, hey, how you doing, kid? And she'll be like, I don't know who you are. You unlatch the top of the bag and see a few metal containers fashioned from scrap components. A battered slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning. Tucked beside it is a ragged rabbit, hand sewn. Take the rabbit! Well, the battery's almost dead on the other things. Evo says, let the quote guide you. And Evo has redeemed a Mr. Rogers quote of the day. Let's see how we're doing. This is a long one. Mr. Rogers quote of the day, here we go. What makes the difference between wishing and realizing your wishes? Lots of things, of course, but the main one, I think, is whether we link our wishes to our active work. It may be months or years, but it's far more likely to happen when we care so much that we'll work as hard as we can to make it happen. All right. I like your suggestion. I like the quote. And I like your suggestion, Evo, to let the quote guide me. All right. What's their name? Let's see if it's relevant. We want to fulfill their wishes, and their wishes is to get a ticket on this boat. How do we do that? Boat is the wrong word. Ship. What's the difference? No idea. Mina turned away and looked at the entrance of the shipyard. This isn't going well. Give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out, and Mina snatches it from your hand. She hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun Bun, she says, staring down ferociously despite her size. Hi, Bun Bun. You move a little closer. I wouldn't have moved a little closer. He doesn't speak, she says. The kids are like that. It's a bunny rabbit, it doesn't speak. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She waggles Bun Bun in front of you, and then walks him up your arm onto your shoulder where he sits. Oh, this is a good sign. She pokes your arm a couple of times. Are you really a robot? I'm gonna say sort of. The answer is sort of. Yeah, because I want to be human. She thinks, me too. Mina she has more questions, lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe, or if you rust. But before long, you are talking about rabbits, and what Esther, the lady who usually takes her, smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the eye's heated pipes. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor. of the walkway, and others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun the rabbit. And this is how Lem finds you. Just as both of you are starting to yawn, he's dirty and tired, but Mina leaps up to his arms, and he stumbles backwards. Okay, this is going well. This is going well. You two get on okay? He asked, trying to keep Mina from climbing on his shoulders. Yeah, we got on great. Okay. More than okay. Mina shoots you a smile from Lem's arms, her suspicion gone. Well, 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 looks like meanie can be nice. I'm not a meanie. What? I was never a meanie. Thank you, friend. I mean it. He gives you a warm, wide smile. I owe you. Well, I'm out here trying to help you, but if you want to give me a little snack, I'm okay. What do you mean I'm kind of a meanie? I'm out here working my robot arms off, trying to get them a ticket on the ship, watching her with no notice. I do want, just if she's got like an applesauce or something, that would be really ideal. He glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is going to be out for a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in Low End. He grinned sheepishly. If you have time. Oh, I get to be a babysitter? How much do you pay me for that? Okay, maybe I'm a little bit of a meanie. But now I have to take this one to eat. She plays at biting Mina. She giggles in response. See you, sleeper. He waves and then stumbles off down the corridor, drawing glazes and passing spacers as Mina's laughs echoes down the corridor. Okay, great. A new drive? Oh, a new drive is a new quest. I didn't complete a quest. Okay, workers on the side crew get entered into the draw for the colony ship. This is one. Okay, so now I'm a worker. Work your way on a ship pod, help complete. Okay, so now I need to complete the ship, and... Oh. Engineering, huh? Wow, look at all these little dots. This makes sense. Like, building a ship shouldn't be easy. You've been promoted to assembly team worker on the hull itself, welding fire-created blocks on the ship. Oh, okay. So I did the engineering, so now I'm on the engineering team. Total makes sense. I actually need to upgrade the skill to do it. Again, also makes sense. Oh, I have engineering already, though. Oh, I actually need to... I need to do the +1? I just realized something. It's my perk to get a random scrap from an engineering item. That's why I got that perk. I thought that was a consequence of the work I was doing, but it's a consequence of being the engineer action. Okay, so the next point goes right into there. I think. I don't really like my starting ability. Okay, so we'll do a double check. We're still 2 turns away from that. Okay, we're 1 turn away from possibly losing the game. I have no idea what kind of money he's asked for. I need 100 crypto for my next vial of stay alive juice. I need 100 to go over the Founder's Gap, but if I go across, there's 2 missions I might be able to do. So yeah, let's sleep, see how much we owe him. If we end up not owing him a bunch of money, I might cross the Founder's Gap and try to actually progress both of the quests over there, because both of those quests might give me a bunch of money. Might. Okay. Some pretty good dice. We got 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. I mean, not mind-blowing dice, but pretty good. Let's click on this. 58. Ethan says you have 2 cycles to pay the tab. Okay, so 3 to bring it up, 2 to pay. I mean, let's not pay? Is that dumb? Is it just like, I mean, we might as well, right? We're going to have to pay. Okay, here's why we do pay. Because I was going to suggest not paying because I have enough money to get to the other side, but what if we go to the other side and we can't get back? And that causes us to actually lose the game and die. Oh, I hate this. I can't believe you just did that. Ethan's mocking laugh comes from along the bar. You look over to see him leaning across in a pool of light, empty glasses and spilled drinks glinting around him. It's always dark in the compressor, but this cycle, the place is packed. A load of spacers mixing in with the locals. Usually they run. Ethan spins a glass at a bar, or they go spend their savings on some local heavy I have to put down. They don't pay. I'm done. We're trying to be tough, but we have no leverage over him at all. We don't have the ability to fight him. We don't have the ability to run. We got nothing. Oh, I hope the cycle doesn't start over immediately, because now I'm realizing I paid him. If the cycle starts over immediately, then I just wasted 2 turns of money. Okay. Wrong. Not even close. Ethan gets to his feet. The glass falls, smashed. He doesn't think you notice. You think that's it? 1 round of drinks and we're even? Sleeper, come on. His hand comes to rest on the butt of his handgun dangling from his chest. How about, what's wrong with you? Ethan laughs. Hard. And the people around him turn to see what's happening. You think this is on me? I think someone in your position might have a better idea of how this all works. I'm a freelancer, Sleeper, just like you. We both signed a contract with the SNARP, didn't we? The difference is, my word means something. He closes the gap, stumbling a little. What did you think? You could just run away from your contract, your debt? You could just steal that natty little body? Natty little body of yours and take it for a joyride? Play human for a cycle too? I'm nothing like you. It doesn't really matter what I say. Like, I have to disable the tracker and then, like, maybe kill him. Or maybe disabling the tracker, he gets paid for killing me. That could be it. So, either way, I need to disable the tracker. That's what I'm saying. Ethan's addressing the bar now. Having noticed your attention from the other patrons, you are a coward and I am a professional. Though I should thank you, he nods, with his head heavy, for giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, real bounties. If I knew catching sad little escapees like you was so easy, I would have changed clients ages ago. Someone shouts from the back of the bar to Ethan to shut up, and he holds up a finger in that general direction without turning around. Shoot me or let me leave. Oh, I see, toughening up here. He gestures wildly at the crowd. Thumbs up or thumbs down, folks. Most turn back to their drinks, no longer interested in the show. Ethan mutters insults as he walks back towards the bar. Ethan sits heavily back down on his stool and searches through his glasses for one with something left in it. The thing is, Sleeper, can find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured it out. Your body isn't yours, and it will always betray you, no matter what. Yeah, I know that. I know about the tracker. Like I didn't figure it out. First of all, it's the first thing he told me. He's like, oh, you were easy. So please, go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another. He laughs and taps the bar for a fresh drink. And I'm going to leave. I'm not going to continue this conversation. You turn on your heel and you are out. Out of the glowing darkness, sweet stints. You walk hard and fast down the walkway, anger driving your footfalls. I hope I get... Oh, it's 4 tabs now. Well, I did mess up. I should not have paid him right away. Because, yeah, I'm in trouble. Alright, this is it, folks. We are spending essentially all of our money. There's 2 quests over here that we can do. I hope this is free from now on because I paid the 100 and it's not 100 every time. But I got such good dice roll, I'm just trying to use it. So let's hold on. Here we go. We'll do this one because I think this is one that's likely to pay the most. As you step out of the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumble down the corridor. You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer laden with heavy gear. Oh, this is how I'm dressed. She steadies herself, staring you down, daring you to respond. Excuse me! She squints at you, shaking her head before setting off down the corridor. I'm sorry for her. A second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission. And when she's on a mission, they shrug. Not a problem. You're sweet. I don't know about that. Eek! Ishi? Ishi stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops at the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever end she's rushing to. Peaky? Peak? Do you pronounce the E? Peaky? Raises her eyebrows at you. Ishi, please. Do you want everyone in this station to hate us? Ishi hardens. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops at her lip. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky to be going through before they set up that darn cordon. Uh-oh! This is what I was worried about. This is why I paid the guy before I left. Just as your direction, see, they don't even know what you're talking about. The station isn't Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ishi sighs. I'm not saying they're part of the administration. She jerks her head in your direction. I am saying we need to get these supplies to Briar before someone starts asking questions. Can I help? See, Ishi, help. Isn't that exactly what we need right now? I just want some money. And they roll their eyes, Peaky ignores. We are with the refugees, the one Havenians have cordoned off from entering the station. She interrupts. The ones that have been quarantined in makeshift vessels, they barely made it through the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administration have called an existential risk and are running out of supplies where their right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Well, she's right. People are trapped out there, and we understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees. Oh, hundreds? I've only seen like 8 people. That is kind of a big deal. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand, but Ishi turns away, her burning anger a palatable force when she in the close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies. And after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. That's terrible or that's difficult? I think the answer is actually that it's difficult. If that makes sense. Because I'm going to say it's terrible. I changed my mind. It's terrible because these people are going to die, and I understand. Every day I'm on like a clock about to die. Ishi looks back at you, her fierceness fading. Ishi gathers herself and the supplies. Ishi, we need help. Just like the refugees need us, we need others too. They smile at her. He turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked at the broken spoke, past the greenway, in the waste. Wow, how big is this vessel? I was thinking, you know, this game actually kind of exists on a relatively small area, but okay, I'm interested. We have a good view from our cordon, though we're keeping our distance for now. Come help us. And they squeeze your hand. Ishi turns to leave, and you wave goodbye. A moment later, she shouts back, don't bother coming empty-handed. You want to help? Show us by bringing supplies. Oh, I was hoping to earn money, not dump it on you. And with that, they disappear around the corner. Ishi already picking up speed. Okay. A refugee flotilla? Where are they coming from and why? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. That is accurate. Okay, so I can just go back. Good. That's where the mushroom is. Sure. Let's toggle the mushroom. Oh, it's not there. Yeah, you can see what you mean by more muted colors. Yeah. But you still think it looks pretty cool. Well, thank you. Yeah. It's kind of like when you go back and watch Star Trek Next Generation. It's like, oh, there's a lot of taupe. Because then you watch the new Star Treks and it's like, it feels like the colors are so vibrant. But you go back to Next Generation, like, it's actually kind of that like soft pink, a lot of beige. So how do I do the quest, and are there nodes here? Let's start there. Okay, this is a pretty big area. There's no security nodes here. Oh, there's one. Okay. So that's, I probably have to clear the other area and then come over here. Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay, why didn't the... Let's read the quest. It doesn't say the detail. I wish we could, like, read the conversation we had with them. No. Okay, well, let's just start clicking on stuff. We'll find these mushrooms eventually. Oh, okay, I understand. We map the pathways. This is like before with the market. We needed to unlock the market. Rather than simply thrash through the underground, you might sketch a map of this overgrown jungle. Try to better navigate its hazards. That's okay. This one's endure, so I'm leaning towards that anyways because it's a +1. The simplest way to explore is simply by picking a path and going. Okay, so we'll probably drop a 5 into there, which makes it turn into a 6, 100% positive. We also could put in a 4, which makes it a 5, which means we will be successful one way or the other. Oh, we have to explore it a lot. Oh, I don't love that. I don't love that at all. Going green. Exploring the Greenway is unlike any other place in the eye. It's overgrown chambers matter. I don't like that we have to do it multiple times. Was the market like that? Was it multiple? Okay, self-sustaining community. Work the grow beds. How do I get my mushrooms? I think we have to do... Oh, man. I came here to earn money, and now I'm thinking we're going to spend all of our dice here and get nothing. Work the canteen. Newcomers to the commune can work within the canteen, preparing and serving food. Wow, look at this. Look at this. To become a member of this little community, I have to do like 12 of these. Okay, that's fine. We're not doing that right now. Regardless, wow, this game really opens up. Ooh, is this where I can find mushrooms? Rather than hiking around the wilderness, you can make yourself a temple in the clouds. Find Ashton by his signals. Oh, this is the person that I'm trying to track down. Look for tracks. Okay, this is a perfect thing to use a 5 on. So, oh, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these too. I think I have to go for the mushrooms first because I need money, and all of these things are going to take multiple attempts. Gather scrap. Now this is nice. You can just gather scrap. I like that. I like that this is an option. Again, it's dangerous. All right, we're kind of in a much worse position than I thought we were going to be. Oh. Episode Flux is the first of 3 episodic updates to Citizen Sleeper, telling the story of refugee flotilla. Oh, this is like a DLC, which has arrived. All 3 episodes are now available. Complete the Supply Gilroy's action and you'll begin the episode. But we aware that it's intended for late game play. Oh, cool. Okay, so I don't have to do anything. I think step 1 is explore. Without doing this, we actually can't do this. So I think that's it. We get a +1, so let's start with our lowest dice and hope that we can make up any actions. Negative. We lost a condition. Okay. Well, at least we got a negative. Neutral outcome, you lose energy? Oh, we're starving. Okay. Well, the good news is we have a chance of when we use Endure to get food. I bet we'll get it this time. There we go, plus energy. Great. And if we just not gotten that 1 negative, we actually would have filled this up already. That's okay, we got plus energy. You find your way into Welcome Pathway. Okay, we did it. All right, not the most efficient use of dyes, but here we go. What? Well, the grove mushrooms are dangerously inconsistent. Spores provide a chance to gather or study these species in an untouched form. What? Another skill upgrade is required? How do you... Okay. As far as I know, in this game, the only way to upgrade your skills is by completing drives. How do I need to constantly upgrade my skills to complete drives? I actually have an upgrade point. I see that now. Maybe I need to calm down a little. What can I upgrade? I wouldn't mind having this, but in order to forge these mushrooms right here, I need 2 points. Right? I need 2 points because this skill here is 1 and then this is 1. So I think I'm going to go here. I think I'm going to go here for all the ship action that I need to do. It doesn't help me right now. What's this one? What's this one over here? This is also into it. So this is a forage for fungus, meaning if you have the skill, then you kind of get a shortcut. This is start with the spores, which isn't as good. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Once a corporate garden for impressive guests and tweaking birds is now a chamber of massive overgrowth. You can change that. Oh. Cut away the choking vines. Stop the rot, and this place can be turned back into a garden of sorts. That sounds really nice for somebody else to do. I don't have the money for that. We already checked this. Okay, so the only new things that opened up were making this place better, which maybe we'll do in the future. Getting spores. Oh, here we go. This is new. Barter for food. Food is super expensive. Farming collective who control the stacks don't like to sell their food piecemeal. But for the right price, they'll let it go. Okay. Thief. There's loads of food here. Why shouldn't farmers keep it for themselves? So I could do that and have a 100% chance of success. So basically I'm trading that for 16 crypto. That's not a good trade for me. Depending on your skill set, that might be a good trade though. Well, darn. I can't say I'm not disappointed. So let's go ahead and let's do this and just hope that we get something we need. Neutral outcome, 1 grove spores. That doesn't get us what we need yet. A cocktail of ungrown. Okay, gotcha. That doesn't give us what we need. Yeah, so we used all of our actions and basically got nothing because we literally can't even forage until we get this +1 over here. Great. Well, the good news is next turn we can continue our progress on disabling the tracker. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, we're going back. That was 100 crypto. We don't have enough money to pay our debt. I don't have to pay again, do I? If I was gonna have to pay again, it was like, okay, game over. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. Why is this yellow? Oh, it's one I have selected. So I need a dice to babysit. Unless Lem gets time, the shipyard, he won't qualify. Oh. So we probably are going to have to do that at some point. Yeah, I'm a little bummed at this resetting the timer for that guy's bar tab, because I could have just not done that. Oh boy. Yep. So these spores that I've got are worthless, right? That's what we're learning? Great. So the spores I got are worthless. At least this, hopefully this is ready next cycle, or it's either next cycle or the cycle after that. And then what do I need for the ship? I need engineering. So I'm gonna need this one way or the other. All right, so that's our, it's a long time before we will get a ship. So the question is, do we spend our 1 point here and then a second point here when we get it to be able to get mushrooms, or do we spend the point here to be able to work on the ship? I say down here just because we actually have the potential to get mushrooms. The ship is like 10 turns away, right? Oh, not if I focus on it. Ooh, not if I focus on it. And it does give me money. Ooh, I'm talking myself back into it. Okay. How many turns? Oh, that's a lot of turns. I said 10 turns. That's more than 10. Even with positive outcomes, that's... All right, we're just going to count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. That's 12 positive outcomes. I think that's what I said. That's 12 positive outcomes. I don't know what happens with negatives because this is dangerous. So does it just like, you just fail? Yeah, I think we go mushrooms, which means we go here. The good news is at least we'll know what happens with the display potential negative outcomes, and it wouldn't be too bad to be able to re-roll all your dice once per day. Oh, I'm doubting myself now. Yeah. Oh no, I'm doubting myself so much. Let's do it. We go boom, boom, boom. We know our next 3 upgrades. I don't know what, I think we starve now. So let's buy some food with our, I was hoping all those endure actions we were doing, we would get some free food. We got a couple, but this is literally half our money. So we're ordering the fungus. Now we're full, which is like a bit of a joke. Okay. I think we're down to 4 dice, which kind of hurts. It does kind of hurt. We're down to 4 dice. We've got a 6. We've got a 2. We know what we're doing with the 2s. Okay. Back to the fungus. I think we have to. We need money? Oh, shoot. Before I do this, hello. Hello. Let's check if our tracker and things like that are working. Okay, let's go back over here. Here we go. Okay, good. Glad we did this instead of going to chase mushrooms. As you arrive, Fang comes sliding towards you, taking you by surprise. Hello. Let's go, sleeper. Puts a hand on your shoulder and turns back the way you came. Follow his lead, sure. I mean, he's trying to help us disable the tracker, so what are we gonna... We're gonna chit-chat? No, let's get going. He steps into the passageway, guiding you downring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. The data you ripped, well, by the way, he grins, tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of the compound that he hides in. Bing takes a sharp turn. So, yeah, what does confront him mean? That's right, it's the perfect time. Yeah, but what does it mean? Bing slows and slips into the dark surface tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips. Somewhere in the black? Yeah, a water pipe drips. It's him, sleeper. The same Hardin Hurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mentioned him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his neck. I need you to understand something about Solheim, sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next, Erlen's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the cost got higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. I'm trying to adjust my legs and I'm hitting things that are under my desk. Give me a second. There we go. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot license. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central system, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collapse at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated the trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in her MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. He pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though. And by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From the jerks like Hardin, who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Oh, this is very much like maybe a slightly different version, like when Nazis hid after the war. They hid from the war crimes, the world court, and then they just live their life like normal, and then people find them 10 years later and they're like, we're not okay with you being okay. This is like that. Fane starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut up and about the shipyard. This time his past catches up with him. Yes, but I don't want you to get in trouble. Feel free, but I'm going now. Peg rejoins the main passageway. Oh boy. Which is now wide with glass-roofed. Wide and glass roofs, there we go. Though the ceiling you can see ships in the mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Let's go! Let's go! I don't know what's gonna happen, but I guess we have his back? Water. I dribbled on myself. No, cancel. I said I dribbled and it thinks I was talking to my assistant of the Alphabet Corporation. Rayleigh has redeemed prediction. This is very exciting because we don't always do predictions, but when we do, we're usually wrong. However, I have a really good feeling about this one. This is my prediction about this scenario right here. We're gonna back our buddy up. He's gonna confront this dude. This dude has power and standing and relationships and social status and money and all these kinds of things. He will humiliate us. I do not believe this quest is over, so that's influencing my prediction. I do not believe it's over. I believe that he will likely rebuff us. He will make Fang look very bad. We will be forced to retreat, and we will plan the next attack. That is my prediction. So my prediction is we will confront him. We will essentially fail, and we'll have to figure it out after that. That is my prediction. I did just to update those of you on the YouTube, I did get a bloody nose randomly. So we did just make a little cut there while I took care of that. I am okay, and I will be okay. Let us continue. Literally continue right here. Feng seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long, you cross in the huge dry dock of one of the side rail horizons. Whatever. The big ship. The music got really loud all of a sudden because we've been sitting on the screen for a while. I don't mind that, and I don't mind the music. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere all at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time. A group walking slowly across the gantry, and at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship, and the other stick thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of gray hair. Pardon. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to the gantry. You follow behind him. Yeah, he's not alone. I didn't think he'd be alone. So first point towards my prediction. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock and Hardin nodding along. I keep forgetting the ship moves with my mouth. So it's like, what's going on over there? Hardin Hurst, Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back, rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? I thought he'd look older. Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng. He sees his gaze linger on your body, unsure why a sleeper might be in this place. Good point. You're a traitor, Hardin. A Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. That, I'm glad he said it like that. That is a very clear point. Because he could have said it in a lot of ways where people would have been like, what is he talking about? That is very clear. You are a traitor. So, point, evidence to back it up. An executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Like, I guess it's not evidence, but like he's backing up what he's saying. That is very well curt, concise accusation. It's hard to dodge that. If he's just like, you're a meanie head, and you'd be like, well, some people think that, see you later. No. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others nervous. You're from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman's nod. I'll say it's true. I don't know why I'm getting involved, but I'm going to back my friend up. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent? What are you if not exactly that? That's why I shouldn't have been involved. Oops. He looks around the group who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You're a product of the Essence Arc. You have no place in Havenage Shipyard. Who knows what signals you're sending back to the makers? A murmur runs through the group. Oh, darn it. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am in systems. And I have a recording that links you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman. So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into custody for the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured by, if you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members meeting for the proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide. Unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, he tries to turn my own men against me? You hear it now, echoing the sounds of boots on the walkway, coming from angles all at once, and then settling behind you. Please, Hardin says, submit the data through the correct channels, and then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. And he gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their side. Feng spits. Hardin, you meanie head. You can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares at them. I think this is pretty close to my prediction, so I'm gonna calm him because I don't want this to escalate right now. If we were gonna attack this guy, we gotta do it when he's alone. You look at Feng. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng. He pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back onto the corridor, Feng picks up the pace. You try to keep up, he slips to the shadow of an entrance. Well, now he knows you're coming. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket as he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connection starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points. Got him, he mutters. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any snaky doo-doo head always does, calling his friends. We're tracking his outgoing messages. This is way better than I thought. Feng grins ghostly in the uplit of his screen uplight. The old ways are best. Spook 'em good enough, and they'll always give the game away. Oh my god, I did not. Okay, I'm giving myself partial credit for the prediction in terms of what it looked like, but technically a fail of the prediction because Feng is smarter than I thought. He had a plan all along, which is confront him and then get him to slip up. So good job, Feng. Giving myself partial credit, but I really like that. That's like very, it's not crazy or unrealistic either. As soon as he said it, I'm thinking, yeah, that makes sense. There's this TV show that I love. It's back like on Amazon called Leverage. After all these years, it came back, rebooted. Still love it. I don't care. I just love that show. And this is something they would do. I like that. Watch Leverage from season 1. I think it still holds up. It's a weird show. He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the rings. Lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Hardin's buddies. And the ones he's messaging right now, we're going to find them all. Oh, what a good plan. I'm not going to say you tricked me. I was backing up my friend, and that's exactly what we did. He didn't trick me, he just didn't tell me the whole plan. I'm glad I didn't grab the gun now, though. Oh, of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need a full set or nothing. Feng glances around. Slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper. But this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. Ooh-wee. I like this plan. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Impressed. Full on impressed, not angry. You don't get to tell me how I feel, game. I'm impressed. Upgrade point already? Oh, I'm so glad we did it. Because now we can go forage mushrooms, which hopefully will get us another upgrade point. Okay. Ever since you trip your shipyard, Feng's been missing his bay. What's going on? Oh! So we need to find Feng in 4 turns or something bad happens. We missed the ship. It's okay. We didn't have the resources for it. All right. Let's hope the mushroom pays us a lot of money because we have 4 turns where we will owe money. If it was 58 crypto for 3 turns, is it going to be like, is it going to like continue that trend? Like, is it going to be like 80 for 4 turns, or is it going to be the 56 still because he's like drunk? Or is it going to be like 100 and we're just toast? Let's find out together. But let's earn some money first. Yeah. Well, this is awesome. Oh man, what a great plan. I'm so glad that came together. And I'm so glad I got a point for it, even though the quest continues. Okay, let's go. We need to start knocking off these quests. This is a lot of quests. Okay, so obviously we want to use the 4, which gives us a 5. And then we'll see what happens. And then if need be, we can use the 6. We don't have a fail state. Positive outcome. We did it. How many do we need? Well, shoot. Did we just do it in 1? Is that it? Is it just one? Okay, let's go do that. I hate to backtrack. I'm sorry, everybody. But oops. I didn't pay attention how many we needed. I guess I was expecting something else to happen. We need 3. Okay. We need 3. Can we give him 1? No. We had to give him 3. Okay. One of the few like weird UI problems in this game is the text is white and then the background can be white. That's kind of a weird problem. On the scale of things that matter, it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, look, the perk predicting outcome. It tells me what happens. Does it tell me what though? Plus caps, minus condition. Well, I also can get plus condition, so all right, we're gonna put in a 3. Oh, okay. Boom. And I guess this is it. It is what it is. 100% success, so... we didn't get condition, though. We did... Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's a different action. That doesn't give us condition. Okay. That's nice. It tells you what the positive and the neutral outcome can be, but it doesn't tell you what the negative is. Okay. We did it. We have a 2 here for the data also. I'm saving it for that, but let's see what happens when we did this. Because we want to do things in order. Okay, start action. What's gonna happen? His ingredients are supplied. Do we get a discount on food? Leave. Now we come back. Oh, freaking 3 cycles. Are you kidding me? He's working on gathering the ingredients. Wait, does that mean we can't buy food from him right now? That means we can't buy food from him. Oh, but we can still get food here. Okay, yeah, the food's cheaper here. Anyways. I like how a bar shift. Oh, here we go. A positive outcome, 15. A negative. Oh man, I really, if I could redo my character, I would get the character that starts with this. Because I started with this one, and it's just kind of been nothing burger. I've used it like once. I mean, you have to use a whole die on it. For that die, you could do a job that would tick off a box, story progression, quest progression, and earned you more crypto than food cost. So why do you need that perk? It's like a great backup perk, and that's it. Okay, so this is when I am successful, this will be 15. I'm calling it crypto because it's short for cryptocurrency, but they call it cryo. No. So a positive is 15, a neutral is 15, but I'm guessing a positive does 2 boxes and a neutral does 1 box. That is my guess. And a negative is probably bad, since it's considered dangerous. Is there anything in here we need? I could just earn some money, I guess. I would love to know... Ooh, this... okay. I'm not going to do it because I want to know how much money, but it's nice to know that there just is money. Okay. One other thing, we're going to do the data thing for our 2. This is a pretty good round after all. Again, not fully maximizing everything, but we did okay. Board exchange. So how much will this give us? I'll break it down and sell it off. You're always hunting for new hardware. Again, the things that are just item trades, our little prediction doesn't tell us how much. Wow. Playing the market. If the exchange plus 19, minus 11. So neutral is minus 11. So you should only play this. Wow. You should only play this with 6s. Or in my case, 5 or 6s, because I have the perk now. Wow, I had no idea. I got lucky before. I didn't even know how lucky I got. Oh, right. So it doesn't tell me how much, but if I need money, I'm selling these 2 parts. That is a future Joker problem. Let's collect some more data. I think this might activate the hunter, the next thing we do. So it is what it is. That's a 1. Do we do the agent? I don't think we have a choice. We have 2 agents and then 1 door, right? Let's do the door. I don't know why. Now, we have 2 keys already, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. But I think the hunter is now after us. Now we have 3 keys. Here we go. Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Now, for those of you who don't remember, last time we learned more about this hunter. This is a sentient protocol. It's meant to destroy anything with sentience, but the makers have left, and so it's like a virus in the machine, and it itself has become sentient to a level that it would hunt itself. So we might be able to destroy it sort of with a little like a paradox situation, or convincing itself that it is that it's sentient enough that it either needs to change its mind about us or destroy itself. I don't think we do that now. I think we do that at the end of this quest line. But let's continue. We know it's dangerous. Before we were curious. Now we know it's dangerous. Entity, submit. Hunter, strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. Oh, he knows about him. In that globed head, you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the skin and whip out into the void around you. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze you and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Strike. You lash out. Once more, pushing Hunter back. Severing threads, and it re-goes as fast as they're broken. You slip away when you realize you have to find a way to deal with the Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. It's escalating, but also there's like nothing we can do about that, so... We're down to 3 dice. And we need 100 to buy a serum. I think we might not win this game, folks. I need a lot of money quickly. I keep doing quests for people, and then they keep not paying me for them. I gave the guy the mushrooms, and he's like, thanks? I spent a ton of resources on that. So maybe what we should have been doing is making money. Let's see. What is it going to take to get this guy? Look for tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop giving people things before they pay you. I wish that were an option. Ooh, this one gives me +3, but I need a perk I don't have. Oh, and this one only gives me +2. Oh, darn. Oh, bother. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So I don't have the points. So I need 4 dice that are at least a 4 to feel safe. And I can only get 3 dice next turn to do that quest. That quest, she explicitly promised to pay me a lot. So I think that's my next quest. While we wait for the mushroom dude to do something. Oh, before we do this, let's just... Yeah, I'm not sure what... This is a ring space station. It is. It is. We also don't know what's going to happen to Fang in 4 cycles if he just loses. I don't also know how to help him, but the world will reset and we will see. We need money. Okay, we're in bad shape. We're in really bad shape. We have a 1. We know what to do with the 1. And we have 2 5s, which is great, but we don't get any money for those 2 5s. So Fang, we haven't seen him. That's the only information we have. That's not useful at all. We might just do this just to get the money. It's only 15 though. 15 for a 5. Ugh. I can work a shift, and what? I get 15 for the shift. Plus I fill this out, which whatever that means. The Overlook clientele can be a tough crowd, but you have her backing. That means a lot. That could be worth something. I might need to make money. I gotta pay this guy in 2 more cycles. And this guy, whatever's gonna happen here, that's gonna happen in 2 cycles. Hopefully he gives me a pile of money. So, what do we do? What do we do? Do we work the bar and get some money, or do we do this? I could work the bar with less money. These are some good dice roll. This feels okay, right? This feels okay. It's no money though. I earn no money. Okay. What's this need? Do I have that? No. I need money. I need money. Well, I know what I'm going to do with my 1, no matter what. I could say next turn I'll earn money, but what if I don't get a next turn? Or what if all my dice are 1, 2s, and 3s? I'm almost down to 2 dice. I could work the bar, which would complete that. That'd give me 30 crypto, which is still not gonna be enough to pay that bar tab no matter what. But it would fill this out. I am curious what that does. This is why I don't play games like this, because they're too hard for me. Okay, well, let's just do this. That's what we're gonna spend our 1 on. Did I just mess up? I need food. I might have just messed up, because I need food. And I could have spent that on my regeneration thing. What's this? Oh. Okay. That's a 2. And then this is the last one. So if I had a 1, I could finish that quest if I had a 1. That's not helpful. All right, maybe next turn. Okay. I realize I just said the exact opposite, but we need money. So we're gonna sell this. How much does that give us? If this gives us a lot, then we'll see. 12. 12 is not a lot. 12 is not a lot. We have 38 now. So we could work the bar. Could work the bar. I think we're gonna work the bar. Ugh, I hate this, but I need money. I need to pay my tab. Oh, I hate wasting 6s on this. The other things aren't time dependent. The other things just aren't time dependent. But this could give me food, which I need, which costs money. And now we have 74, which puts us closer to probably being able to pay the bill. Probably be able to buy the next serum. Oh. Okay. Slides from the bottle into your lumpy, recycled glass. A pale, grassy yellow under the Overlook's warm light. The spacer nods and takes a drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands, like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff that Tala says is aged in wooden caskets. This should give me energy. If I'm drinking something, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems, though sometimes it's hard to tell if she's joking. Either way, we like pouring this stuff gets on your fingers. And if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink. Oh, that's nice. Cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, and the alcohol evaporates. Oh. You like those who order it too. They're keeping beneath the bar. Open to order only those who know it's there. Like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. I'm gonna busy myself. It's weird to watch somebody that you're serving. That's my theory. I hate being watched. Like, here's your drink and now I stare at you? No, thank you. You pull a rag from your overalls and wipe down the bar. Smell lifting, then disappearing into the stale station air. The overlook is quiet this cycle. The salvagers busy offloading the regulars like at the ore exchange or queuing for work at the shipyards. You're in the right mood for a quiet shift. Some cycles drag along. The overlook, empty and claustrophobic. This one has caught you just right. And in this moment, some kind of calm has descended as you tinker away at the bar, lining up the bottles as your thoughts expand to fill its space. All right, we're struggling to read. Suddenly, you hear a heavy clinking at the door. It creaks open, and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through it, slamming in the door. This is good. A huge metal tank? Shoot. Tyler breezes in from behind, and a whirl of hair and bright eyes. What's going on? We're not going to stay out of it. We're working right now. We should probably help her. Sleeper. She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank. I'm coming. Come around the bar and get the one side. Okay. On my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this thing going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired ration oozing from under the tank. Oh, shoot. You look at her apologetically. I know you like those. Can I just eat them off the ground? I could use energy. I'm at 2 energy, which means I'll be starving tomorrow. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. She looks exhausted and rubs her shoulder. I swear. What? Who's Francis? Francis, I mentioned him already. My guy on the door. Oh yeah, that's right. Deals with suppliers. Tall. She sighs. He was supposed to be back. From up in the Greenway, but now... Oh! Back with our Gilroy. She's looking for mushrooms too? I have some... I don't have any mushrooms, but I have some spores. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's got lost again. Or joined the commune. We need that, the mushroom stuff. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as heck don't come to the overlook for the ambiance. She looks through the open door and checks if anyone can hear. She knocks on the hollow tank, so I'm taking matters in my own hands. Welcome, sleeper, to the overlook. You and me. Oh, she might actually need the spores if it's a distillery, right? I don't know how distilling works, but it feels like spores are good. I need some work. She picks up some paint flaking from the metal. Well, might need some help. She shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank. Can be fun. Happy to help. Okay. She grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. And she turns and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. 1 half for the fermentation, and the other we turn into a still. We'll need to gather ingredients. She turns back at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she seems. How about you build the still, and I'll work on the rest? Oh, wait, Sleeper, I have an idea. Talia's grinning now. It's making you more nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here, too? Sure. I've always wanted to serve food. She turns back to the tank. This is going to be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has a vision. She nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you begin hearing banging and thumping. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your directions as they leave. You can't quite tell if the gesture is sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. I got a drive point. Or no, I got a drive. I didn't get a drive point. I got a new quest. Great. How do I grow mushrooms? The aviary would be a perfect place to... Oh, the aviary is where I need to like clear out the underbrush and stuff. Well, that'll all be fine and good if somebody actually paid me the money they owed me. Oh, so I can build the still, or I can still do a bar shift. Okay, that's nice. You can kind of do a shift. Yeah, I'm a little low on everything I need to be okay. If I sleep with only 2, then I'm starving, and I will actually lose more condition, which means I lose more dice faster. So I have to spend my money on food. And she no longer has a 10 cost food because I destroyed the rations as part of that story. That's great. That makes me really happy. That was sarcasm. And that still cost 100 crypto. If I get the last bit of data, I wonder if that won't cost 100. I'm gonna just hope that that's true. I can't buy food from this guy because he's making food. Is there nowhere I can buy food? Oh, this was a problem I wasn't expecting. This was a problem I wasn't expecting. Is there anything I can trade for food? Oh no. Cool. All the places that serve food are currently in a story mission. And I don't know what to do with this guy. He's just gonna like die and I won't know why, because this is a red cycle. And how close are we? All right, well, I'm starving. Cool. I guess that's bad for me. I kind of want all 1s and 2s, and then I can only just do some maintenance stuff. Cool. Well, I will not be able to buy food still. Let's see. Any food? I mean, these are great dice. I don't know what to do with these great dice. I need to earn money. That's it. I need money. One of these dice has to go to the photosynthesis, which just sucks. I hate using good dice for that because I could just not. Okay, let's check out the sheet. What's the one? Chance for random scrap. Okay, Thrill Seeker. Chance to gain energy after an engage action. Okay, let's look for a couple engage actions that also give us money. What's the probability of that even happening? This is Endure. That's great. I can get this thing up and running, and someday in the future, maybe somebody would pay me for that. I could gather some mushrooms. It'd be great if I could just eat them. A guarantee forage a mushroom. But probably in the future, this will be a repeatable quest for money. Right now, that is not true. So this, that actually doesn't help me. Neither are engage. I bet this is engage. Bet this is engage. No! Tracking this guy is also not an engage action? What's this? Also not an engage action. This is gather scrap. So that'll be helpful in the future. They specifically said that's a late game. All right, engage, 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 and just hope we have... Man, I'm frustrated. I wish I had just eaten before I did the mission. I thought maybe it would give me discount. on it, so I didn't do it. Does this give me... This is engage. So this could give me... This could give me energy. That's not bad. It also seems like such a low value thing, because it's not going to give me any food. Is this engage? This is not the right one. Here we go. Or exchange. Oh, if this was engage, I would have dumped all my money into there, because I get money and I could get energy. Or I would have dumped all my dice into there. But it is not engage. Oof. It kind of seems like nothing is engaged now. Still not engage. Not engage, not engage, not engage. Not engage. Engineer. Okay, so like nothing on this entire map is engage and can give me free energy except for babysitting. And babysitting doesn't earn me money. This earns me 15, although I can't do it because I don't have engineer, so that doesn't really matter. All right, so the most money I can earn is 15. We're just breaking this down. The most money I can earn is 15. And oh wait, what if I work a shift at the new bar now? Nope, not you. We need money because our money's gonna be due very soon. What we're probably gonna do is get our 19 crypto 3 times. It just doesn't do anything else for us. A bar shift. Oh, that's engage. Why did I not see this? We get 15 crypto and engage. This is exactly what I was looking for. Money and engage. Let's start. Let's do it. We need food. Okay. 1. But we need more than that. Well, it doesn't matter. We need the money anyways. There's nothing we can do. It only gives us +1 energy? Did we just happen to roll that twice and get lucky? Or... like, because I kind of want to do this, but this doesn't give us anything. Ah, man, what a waste. What a waste. We're literally just doing this for money. Okay, well, that's what we're doing. I hope it gives us at least 1 more energy, otherwise we're still going to be starving. Did not give us energy. All right, we're still starving. That was the lamest turn. That was the lamest turn so far. That was the lamest turn so far. I could have used one of those dyes on photosynthesis, but then I wouldn't have had... Oh boy. Double ones. Cool. 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 Snake eyes. That's right, frat guy. Well, all of these things have now come up. Let's see if these quests actually help us. He's prepared the caps. He's had to heavily adapt the recipe, he says, but the smell was incredible. Can I get a free one, please? How about you pay me? How much should 3 mushrooms be worth? 3 ship scraps are worth 12 each. That's 36. Mushrooms should be worth at least that. You have to pay, for most people, 150 crypto ferry to go across. I can do it for 100 because I got a deal. So mushrooms should be worth a lot. He has liquids, transparent, and opaque, and turn down the heat. Sprinkle the leaves of the final touch. Do you have a moment, Sleeper? He smiles. Do you have a story? I'll tell you a story for food. Recall your oldest memories. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it's an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it's a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and on occasion, they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one reoccurring memory, which despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you've forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. He nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful moments. How about you give me food? You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. He finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing it with me. He smiles. I hope it enlightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps of mushrooms into it. Their yellow coloring mixing with the pale sauce and whirls of blooms. Eat. Please actually give me food and not some storyline eat. The dish is delicious. The dish is delish. Filling, it warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It's small mercy, you think, that the SS Corp lets you have this pleasure. Many of the features of the frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired. So their need for embodied experiences must be met. That is why you breathe, even when you do not need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it and produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food, you feel that warmth. Nothing feels wasted. And all of that means something to you. As you finish, he takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you. Neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back to the bright market. Somehow change. Give me food. Yes, full health. Okay. One turn sooner would have been great, but okay, it is what it is. So we have the bounty hunter mission right here. It doesn't say we owe him money. It's some kind of interaction. So having 2 dice that are worth 1 is meaningless to do that interaction with him. So I'm going to extract this data, which will allow me to finish that quest. Now I can go where? I can go here, and I can turn in 3 data, 1 at a time for some reason. So many things in this game are like do all 3 or turn in all 3, and then other things are just 1 at a time, but you have to do it 3 times. Don't know, don't care. Let's do it. The terminal chirps, the data quickly tucked away. I'm hoping this gets us money or a discount on the serum or something. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of the data is uploaded. Error crackles with white noise. Sleeper, Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through. Sabine? The sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if they, yet again, are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant, and you try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from the agents, there's something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants. Records of integration with the nervous system, performance analysis, error rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips, from under the level of the noise, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. Well, if he didn't enable any of it, if they didn't enable it, what's in their system? You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine reemerges. It has to be somehow baked into their wetware's interface. And that's not all. The system compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. What's being broadcasted? Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants. Retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. I could go for some of those. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. Sounds like for some military-industrial complex situation. But I can promise you these foot soldiers have no idea what's going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grating rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they'd be happy with the situation. Yadigan could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick to releasing my debt. Yannick? He's one of the heads of the Yadigan. They pause. It's better if you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whisper in panic. I have to go! Come back in 4 cycles. And the sharp crack disconnect and the silence fills the apartment. I am getting tired of these multiple cycles before I can achieve something. You step back for the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. Think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder. His mirroring teardrops implant set below his hard eyes. What data could they be gathering? And more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctors in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also the glazed look of recognition they gave you when they first met you. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around as you close up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. No money? No money? No point. Great. 4 cycles. 4 cycles, everybody. What's your deal? What do you got going on now? At least I can buy food. And if I get different mushrooms, then what? He won't pay me. I actually have no idea what it says because, like I said, the text is backlit. So it says input to Masuta. Well, we'll just pretend I pronounce that right. Caps. Okay. I guess I can read it if I really look at it. I don't know if you all can read it. Okay, so yeah, not great. He's charging more now, right? Wasn't it 14 before? So all that quest did was get me a couple free meals, and over time it'll lose its value. Oh, I could have got energy over here. Well, something to know. I could have got energy and enhanced my relationship with low end. Well, alright, whatever. Is what it is. I think we have to do the quest. I don't know what's going to happen here, by the way. Ever since your trip to the shipyard, he's been missing. What's going on? I don't know. Is there anything we can spend 1 die on? That's 2 die. This is going to be 2 as well. This is 1. Oh, it's another one of those agents. Okay. So I can turn those in for money. That actually might be worth doing. What else am I going to do with 1 single die? Yeah, there's only 2 data points left. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So now I understand. This is like the repeatable quest. Leave. Okay, this is repeatable, and I can actually come over here and turn it in for some kind of money. Do we want to do this right now? I guess it kind of makes sense. The game is giving you a repeatable thing to do with a 1 value die. Like, sorry, you got a 1 die. We're gonna give you something. I might need the money to pay off amount. You know what? We're gonna do it because now I just want to know how much it gets me. 10. Ouch. All right, so this guy might die because it's red and I don't know what happens, but it's time to face Ethan. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and we've got 138 to try to bribe him or something. I don't know. And the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drinks. Ethan's sitting in the same stool, the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Let's approach him. I mean, we're not going to learn anything by leaving. As you get closer, he shifts his head and turns. Sleeper. He turns. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here. Take their chits. I thought we were just going to keep paying. I guess I'll say no more. I don't know. I thought we were just going to keep paying. Ethan doesn't even look at you. He props his elbows to the bar. Sleeper. It's been a long cycle. I don't care. Ethan lets out a long sigh. He rapidly rubs his eyes. You're right. This isn't fun anymore. He reaches towards the holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing on the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun. Stare at it. Butterfingers, Ethan says, puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him his gun back. If you would. The bartender looks at you waringly. You crouch down, pick up the gun. I'm gonna hand it to him. I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm gonna hand it to him. Is this game over? You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and at the bartender. Yes, leaving. He stands. Sleeper. Well, this has been fun. I think I've wrung every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. He wages the gun at the door. Let's go see Essence Orb. I'm staying. Ethan brings his gun, hand to his face and rubs his eyes. Well, the bounty pays half, but he levels the gun. Up to you. And he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his own gun with a bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. That's a good bartender. Maybe take this guy's bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep at the bar. Ethan smiles. Oh well, and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit's a glancing blow, but makes your vision swim. Through the blur of your eyes, Ethan wrestles a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps the plate. No more playing. Your head aches. He taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo in your ringing ear. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin. His face close. He breathes heavy. His breath is heavy with drink. Essence Arp just screwed me, he grins. They canceled the contract. He stands up. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling. You stand up, struggling to your feet. The sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. I'll kill all of you, he screams. He's stumbling to the wall, spinning away towards the door. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender, and lunges out. Whoa, okay. Well, wasn't expecting that. I thought this was going to become an ongoing mechanic. We were going to have to pay him like 3, 4, 5 times until we completely got rid of the tracker. That's what I figured the game was doing, and it was going to be like a money version of a time pressure, along with the money of our serum. But no, they went a different route. That's okay. It's nice to not be able to predict everything, or in my case, anything. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Well, like you said, he's a professional, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess in 8 cycles he comes back. Okay, well, we spent a lot of time collecting money that we didn't need. So let's go ahead and spend 100 of that on something we actually do need. Is there a perk for saving money? Chance to gain crypto interface actions. Obsessive Haggler. All actions are discounted by 20%. Oh, sorry, you can't quite see that. So this is, if I spend 2 skill points, all actions are discounted by 20%. Not a thing I ever would have taken. And now I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should have saved up and gotten that. Man, could you imagine having +2 with the way this game works? That'd be really powerful. That would mean the majority of your dice, the majority of your rolls in general with a +2 will go in your favor, either neutral or positive. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we are going to immediately use this serum. Oh, this is good to know. It's a +3 if I get a positive. Well, overall, that was a pretty good turn for rolling snake eyes. We got a full belly, and we got the bounty off our back for a little while. What happened? Oh, I'm a dummy. I didn't actually hit use. I just put it in there. Oh, Joker. Well, we got a 3 and a 6, so I mean, we don't got nothing. It's been more than a few cycles since Fang confronted Hart, and this. Boy, I really wish I had 5 dice for this turn. In your time with Fang, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever his plan of action was. But if he won't come to you, you think you approach the building, and it's time to come in. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you are getting nervous. Walk away or approach. Let's approach, right? As you get closer, you see security officers taping up machines from his stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. Oh boy, you again. Arden is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely notice him. He has a slate in his hand. An inventory of seizures scrawls across. Predictable. Further evidence of Fang's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Where is he? Feigning ignorance, or perhaps just abandoned? Arden shakes his head. I believe you should choose your conspirators more wisely. I almost feel sorry for you. Arden pushes away from the wall and comes close. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around the stacks of hardware, spying on fellow members, hoarding materials, obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? That was his job. And what do you know about jobs, Sleeper? He looks up the glass roof above and the stars. We're the ones that provide the oxygen you're breathing, although I don't need to breathe. The light you're seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after the collapse, not blind conviction or self-interest. Feng isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend. Is this guy gonna try to claim, and maybe he's right, that yes, he worked for the old corporation and wasn't a good guy, but he also is like, somebody has to turn this thing around, and I have the skills for it. That actually is not a bad argument. We'll see where this goes. Okay, I know all about the background of our mutual friend, Sleeper. Don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he's trying to do to the institution they helped found. You see, Sleeper, we're proud of our history here. Adriel and I, the first union founded this place, and Havenage has welded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hardworking, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Havenage aren't a gang like the Yetigan. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet at the hub. Okay, I don't know what those people mean. Or the esoterics, like those Haifa radicals in the Greenway. We're the backbone of this place, proud and true. And I've done work with you. We named Erlen's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your Eye. So please, take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide that I need a confession after all. So I've decided he is actually guilty, because if what he's alluding to is true, that he actually like helped with the revolution, then he could have had a conversation instead of confiscating all this stuff. I'll say history will catch up with you. I'm not afraid of history, Sleeper. We're making it here, cycle by cycle. If you have any pride, you'll give up Feng for the moment he contacts you. Oh, so they don't know where he's at. You know where to find me. With Hardin turns back to the walls and towards the security officer, ordering them to continue to clear. Yeah, if he was actually a good guy, he would have approached Feng and been like, yes, I am that guy. Yes, I did work for the bad company, but here's proof of everything I did to like turn things around. That's my theory. As they do, something catches your eyes among the server stacks. A crumpled, hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled onto it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tambor." You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away just as another stack of servers is wheeling out of the bay. What have you done, Feng? Where the heck is Tambor? Okay. Well, so there was nothing we could have done to intervene with that. At least there's that. Still no upgrade points. Traveling merchants, if we just had a ton of money, we could buy ship fragments. We could buy 2. We need 3. Haggle over prices. Ship mine fragment discount. +2 to limited supply. Oh, boy, if we had a ton of money, we would do this. We'd get boom, so many ship mines, and then we'd be able to complete this quest like right there. But we would need 60 times 3, and then whatever the discount is, minus whatever the discount is. We don't have anywhere near any of those things, so that's not happening. Okay. We don't need money as desperately as we did before. We get this guy some mushrooms. So I guess we have 2 people that want us to clear. We could babysit. Have I done everything? No. Okay, so that's a 1, and then this is a 2. This is a 1. That's a 1. What is this? Also a 1. Okay. I wish I had 5 dice. My fault. My fault. Okay, let's go to the Greenway. And I kind of want to just start getting this guy. Eventually we will need to clear this out, and it looks like multiple quests require this. We might actually just do this, just to just because it's a little bit of a safer die roll. Like the negative action is not that bad. Maybe we'll do that. But I kind of want to start getting this guy. This is kind of what I want to do. Unfortunately, this would get me 3 tracks, but okay. So what's the probability here? If I'm wrong about this, I can lose condition, but condition's not that bad since we're about to take the serum. So yeah, let's do that. Since we lose condition, let's do it. Boom. Let's do it. Just because if we lose condition, we're about to take the serum. 2 positive outcomes, we're halfway there. So now if we roll really good dice, we can actually finish that quest. Got lucky with that roll. Turned a 25% chance there. Okay, so we advanced some of the story, but not a whole lot dice-wise, and that was literally because I misclicked, which is I need to put that there. Start the action. And now, end the cycle. And we will need food next time as well. So, sure could have used 5 dice. Come on, give me some big ones. Okay, that's okay. That's good. We got some 2s as well, so we can, I think, do that data quest. Yeah, let's look for that. Is there anything data-wise we still need to do? This one? That's a 2. Let's do this one. Do this one. Okay, I have 3 of this data now. I think I'm gonna stop spending my die on that because I think those are repeatable, so I don't think we're actually doing anything. I could spend a 2 trying to haggle. There's like literally no downside. But this ship's gonna leave in 2 more cycles anyways. So I don't know. Okay, maybe another time. I don't have the money to buy those things, so if my haggle is successful, then all I've done was waste it. So no, that's done. I could try to babysit with the 2. I could try to babysit with the 2. Get real lucky. Okay, let's think about all the safe things we can do with the 2 after we try to do some dangerous things and find this agent. So this is a guaranteed 2, so this is dangerous though, so a failure here is actually a problem. So let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, 2. That is great. That means we get it automatically right here, 100%. Okay, we got lucky. We got lucky. We actually achieved this in 4 dice total, which is the best you can do unless you have this over here. Then you can do it in, well, 3. Okay. So now we leave. And now we click on it. Oh, he tries to kill us. Oh, here we go. Let's find out. We're supposed to just like watch. We're not supposed to do anything. She made it very clear. Just give us information on where we can find them, and then we'll get a ton of money. I want so much money. Give me so much money. Give it to me. Okay. Continue. Oh, I didn't read that. A trailhead extends deep into the overgrown section of the Greenway. At this far end of the ring, where where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands the vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying among the overgrown landscape like the ancient temple. It's stained with the moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. Where is Ashton hiding? You're pretty sure. This is where he's hiding, you're pretty sure. Okay. All your intuition points you to shadows beneath its collapsed superstructure. You roll. Oh, there we go. The comm headset gave you. Call. Oh, yeah, we're going to call. She said call and we get money. Call. You slip the headset into your ear and fizz with static. After a few moments, you hear, Sleeper, have you located the target? Doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure? Yes. Copy. Hold tight. I mean, if we're wrong, like, who cares? You hold your position and watch the trail ahead. The stars wheel with the motion of the eye. And your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it's a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smell despite everything. You smile. Hey, you don't smell. You smile despite everything. It seems like an improvement. Sleeper. Hiss brings you out of your reverie. He in the collapse stack? I think so. She gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following the trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on us for sure. She glances across the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth. Work your way around. Well, good thing we called her. He heads off towards the central spine of the greenway, and you follow close behind. It's slow going there, where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it's so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. She somehow seems to know where to go. She works her way through the dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It's exhausting, and you desperately want to rest, but she shows no sign of letting up. Up ahead, there's a faint glow from the collapsed stack. She leads you around to the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank, setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips, and you swear you hear a bird song. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale, sickly green. He reaches the edge of the tank, where it meets the central drum, and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern, with plants growing on all sides and wet mossy islands at its base. It's beautiful, and for a moment, you can't see anything but the tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. Oh, he's a sleeper like me? In a faint circle of light, descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They're surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there's an object. A cylinder set on a tarp. It's connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They're twisted, broken open wrong. You look away. Oh no, they're harvesting a sleeper like me. She doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eyes on the object. That's Amber's ship mine. Oh. And you suddenly recognize the cylinder. They stole the ship mine to help a sleeper of some kind, like me? Or to help some kind of... Who is... You turn to her to speak, but she's already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank, It lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. The shot hits her in the shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. She launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. She doesn't seem like someone you want to mess with. She just got shot and she's like, now I have more power. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover behind. Besides the sleeper. Shoot. You hear the shot from one of the tanks high on the far wall. She reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the walls of the tank. You shiver at the suggestion. I'm staying silent. I don't want that sleeper to die, but also, like, he just stole this thing, so I don't know. There's something else going on. There we go. Thirsty. But I also gave her a new ship mine, so we've got bonus ship mine right now, and if you got an extra, I have a use for it. It's another quest. There's a long pause. All you can hear is dripping the water running down the walls. Then he calls out. Oh, what is going on? I'm coming down. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sake. You just shot her. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun. He throws it down onto the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to, Ashton? You sicko. She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? I'm a freakish experiment. Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundles and wires that she still has a hold of. Steady, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mine. You have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a darn why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. Yeah, well, he should have talked to her, sure. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you. No curiosity. He smiles shakingly. That's why I never asked for it, for your help. You only look after yourself. He nods at you. Me. The sleeper up there. They're just bait, right? To draw me out? I'm not bait. I did the tracking. That didn't draw you out. I did tracking. She sucks a breath. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I love them. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them. And they were going to die. I knew you would never understand. He starts closing the gap between herself, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton. She snarls, don't do that. Let the wires go. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way, he inches closer, please. I mean, he could have bought a ship mine for 180 crypto, just saying. He could have worked 10 shifts at the bar. I'm just saying. I can't let you take it, Ashton. She hardens her stare. You stole it from me, and you left me for dead. Shakes her head. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all this? I need it. I need them to survive. Ashton's in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mine, and I'm going to go. She loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, and another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum. The sound is deafening. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water. The red and the green. Akita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly. Drip after drip after drip, and we will never know what's happening now. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There's no sign of life, of humanity. They're just another broken object among other broken objects. While all around, living things grow and thrive. Kita finally looks back at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something. Something that might be sorry, but you're already gone. Oh. What? Who was that person? I think she knows, which is why she started to soften. I wish he hadn't, like... Just wish he hadn't, like, gone for her. Instead, just kept talking to her. Man, what a bummer-rooney of a quest. But you got your ship mine back. Do I at least get a bunch of money? Money, please. Yeah, let's go get paid. If she doesn't pay us again after we have given her a ship mine and then found her other ship mine, I mean, I wish this game had to initiate combat because I would initiate combat. Here we go. Talk to Ankita about what happened. Yes. Let's do that, please. Wouldn't mind if there was a way to click on a quest. No upgrade points, so this quest is still active. I must have just walked right past her. I keep using the mouse wheel to scroll, which is kind of bothering my finger, but I can use the keyboard too. Look how fast it is. So fast. Am I... Where... Talk to Ankita about what happened. Where is she? I do not want to work the grow beds. Okay, so the quest is talk to her, and I don't have the option. Cool. Well, that's annoying. Oh, 16 crypto here. And I can buy food. Steal the harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. Wow. So I can get 5 energy if I come down here with a 5 or a 6. I know I can do that. That's pretty good. That's worth like roughly 25-ish crypto. I can work the stacks and just get paid, but not in food. Oh, I get it. I get it. Look, folks. 16 crypto? It costs 16 crypto. So I literally am working for my meal. I get it now. And sometimes less than your meal if you don't do a good job. Gotcha. That's funny. That was the complaint about the corporation, is essentially they were farm towns. Okay, so we just don't have a resolution to this quest, even though I spent all of my skills on it. Okay. I think we babysit? Okay. Let's check one more time. Engage gives us the chance for free energy. This is an engage, and it's a bar shift. It says it's risky, which means something bad happens if we get a negative. Ooh. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, am I crazy? Neutral outcome. Did not give me free energy, by the way. Just want to point that out. All right, 2 in a row. If we don't get energy, we have to buy food. Oh, neutral outcome. Okay, 2 neutrals is actually okay. I was really scared about a negative. But we did get 1 energy, which is good. And we're going to now eat, which is good. And now we will have full health. Okay, let's hope for some good rolls. I mean, that was, even though we didn't get great rolls, we got all positive outcomes on the finding that guy. So hopefully now we will be able to complete that quest, because I'm really annoyed. Those are some good rolls, because everything is almost always +1. So we have like 400% now. I don't know what to do with 400%. I mean, I would love to engage this, but it's just, we don't have the money. We don't even have close to the money. Okay. I want to do this quest. Is there a way to like jump to wherever this is? Most of the other quests say like, oh, you need to wait 3 cycles or something. This there's just no option to talk. Oh, here we go. I hope that wasn't there before. I don't think it was. Ankita is away. Amber is docked. The rickety old Yeti. She's sealed up. A note says, sleeper, stay. I'll be ready soon. Okay. Well, I'm not going to just stay there. So, no. All right, do we work this? Do we clear the undergrowth? Oh, yeah, that's right. This one's like 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that means 4 good dice, which we have 4 good dice, and then this is just full-on unlocked. I mean, we can just do that in 1 turn. I have no need to become a member of their family. I think we're gonna... So this is a maybe, because that unlocks other quests, which would hopefully mean free food. Why don't we not get free food from anybody? We need upgrade points. But we literally can't progress the story with the ship until we get upgrade points. So... we need 1 more day for this. I don't know what to do when that guy comes back. Yep, anything to do here? Nope. Are we just gonna be like a farmer? I'd love to get started with this. So we just like literally can't do that. Okay. Wow. We're actually, for having such good rolls, we're weirdly limited on what we could do. I do need money. Man, wouldn't that be... It'd be kind of something to... 3 plus lower end. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We could unlock this with 3 dice. I don't know, so they just like trust us? Oh, it is a game for crypto, so we actually would get money while we're playing. Do we, okay, all right. Oof, it's hard to decide. I mean, with these 4 good dice, that's something, right? So, okay, let's check. Is this one safe? This is risky because of the amount of money that you can win or lose. Because the negative action is you lose a little bit of money. So let's do... The growing of the plants is safe too, but I do kind of like the idea that we can just knock it out in 1. We don't need food this turn, but we will need it next turn. We do need ship parts, we do need scrap, we need all of that, but... Okay, let's do that. In my mind, it's the fastest way to get to... it's the fastest way to like... Oh wait, I can improve the distillery. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to... The fastest way to get to the point is what I'm trying to say, is to get to a point, and we get to points by doing quests. So what's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 6 double positives. I can't do it this turn. But I mean, I could get, you know what? All right, we're gonna do the mushroom just because we can do it in one turn, and that's just kind of cool. And a lot of things in this game are complete it and then wait a bunch of turns. So maybe this one is too. Let's do it. 100% positive on all of these. It'd be great if there was some like random chance to get a bonus, but that's okay. Don't be picky. Boom. There we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, germinate spores, and look, we already have spores. We got those on another turn. Oh, but we need 3. Okay, well, that's a little annoying. Let's see, do we get more? Oh, we do get 2 spores. So positive outcome gives us 2 spores here. Do we risk it? We lose energy if we're wrong, which actually would put us into starving. Do we risk it? We risk it. Why do we risk it? Because we said we're doing mushrooms. Come on, 25%. Oh, why am I so good at this game? Why am I so good at this game? Do you know the amount of times I have successfully hit that positive double 25%? Bam. It's like I'm an expert here, but all I'm doing is clicking buttons and hitting start action, and almost every time I am hitting exactly what I need when I need it. Whew. So that's how you do the mushrooms in one turn. 4 good dice and 1 lucky roll. Let's keep going. The spores need time to germinate, exactly what I said. I said, let's do this one this turn because they might need time. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, I'm actually really good at this game. That's kind of a surprise considering I'm so bad at everything else. Let's sleep. I don't know why I'm doing accents. I think I'm just excited. Anything else we need to do before we sleep? Let's just double check. Double check, double check, double check. Okay, next turn should be a big turn because the doctor, hopefully doing his quest, whatever it means, gives us a discount. Don't know, we'll find out. Okay, bad dice. Bad dice. Bad dice. No, you know, don't complain. A 4 and a 6 basically mean guaranteed resolution. So no complaint needed there. By the time the ship comes back, maybe I'll have a bunch of money ready to actually buy those scraps. This is halfway there, that's fine. Okay, let's talk to the doctor. 4 cycles, Sabine said, and here you are, right on time, with no sign of them. You wait a while at their apartment. The dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the terminal. You check and double check the terminal for messages recording nothing, just a pale glow. Check the door. You pace back and forth around the apartment. The rumbling of the station suddenly so present and so loud. You go to the door and open to an empty corridor. You close again. You try to settle down, to wait. You sit on the bunk, stare at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? A knock at the door. Stay still, because they have a key. It's their place. We stay still. Another knock. Stay still. Oh boy. A flash, small, impossibly bright, cuts through the handle of the door. A soundlessly swings open. A figure stands in the door immediately. You know it's not Sabine. They're taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loose from her hand. Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. She steps in the apartment, glancing around with a sharp, "What, may I ask, are you doing here?" She fixes steadily. Waiting for a friend. Nothing. I'm gonna say waiting for a friend. Of course, a mutual friend of ours. The good doctor. She walks past you, the apartment, glancing round. We set them up here, you know. Place is one of ours. She picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances to you. And I suppose you're here to help? Where are they? I was hoping you'd be able to help with that. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. Seems that our friend has disappeared without even saying goodbye, which means they're in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole. And here you are, the help. She looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper, no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. Oh. Well, I could say that, you know, the doctor is giving me the medication I need to survive, so it's not that weird that I'd be here. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners. Essence Arp. That's not really that big of a surprise. That's not that big of a surprise at all. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Really? That doesn't bother me, the player, at all, but I guess it bothers my character quite a bit. How about I'll stay silent? She crosses. I do believe her. I don't know what the point of this is. She crosses the next room and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton on one of the access ports. A spark, and then the terminal screen skips. Encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of the files, you see Essence Arp letterhead and code forms, reports laden with medical data marked with the corporate logo, like the sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files may even be there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests. Surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was Essence Orb employee, why did they help you? Rabia reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk. Can I have that? Breaking your concentration, it simmers on the screen light. It's vicious, clear liquid crystal within the glass. We will, of course, keep up the supply. We're more than able to dispense important medicines, even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment, you have the urge to crush the object for the power it has over you. Nope. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. Hey, I did get a discount. Not for the reason I thought. I thought the doctor was going to give me a discount, but there we go. He'll be running the surgery now. Okay. Rabia closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, and of course, I'm sure you'll understand. Christian's away. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I'll keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet you there in a few cycles. Yeah, this person's not my enemy. I was helping the doctor because they asked me to help, but it doesn't mean that I'm on their side. She slips out silently in the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain from your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Upgrade point. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Let's 80 now. That is a 20% discount. The good news. Good news. We can afford that in a few. Let's check out this office. What do we got? Console full of people. Okay. Great. So 2 cycles. Okay. All right. Let's go. Nope. So 1 more cycle there. 2 more cycles. 3 more cycles there. Okay. Great. Now we need to determine what to do with our points. I think we're going to do this because this is going to give us the ability to work on the ship, right? Engineer? Yes? I think the only thing we're not buffing up before we start going to the 2s is the interface. We have to do this because the plot demands it, but I've been wanting to save up points to go over here. But do I? I mean, really, it's the +2. It's not. I don't want this because I want my condition to be high anyways. Self-repairs. Use scrap components at home to repair condition. That's actually much better than I just realized. That's condition repair. That doesn't give you food. That gives you condition, which allows you to roll more dice. That could be worth something. Although if it cost 80 and the scraps sell for 12, then, it's what is that? 6.5 of them gives you a full repair. So I don't know. Kind of depends how much it gives you, if it's worth it. Something tells me it's not completely overpowered, but I don't mind this instant karma. Reroll all of your dice once per day. I wonder if you get a 6, and a 3, and a 2, if you can use the 6 and a 6 and then use your reroll, or is it when you wake up you have to decide? Don't know, but that's what I'm going to get next. Now we save up for 2 points. Okay, let's go look at what it takes to work on the ship. Right here. So, I mean, I do get money, so... Oh, shoot. Even with the +1? Oh, because that's a 4. In my brain, I saw 4, saw the +1, gave it a 5, then put it in thinking the 5 would turn to a 6. Well, that's not how that works. So that's dangerous. Let's do this. Let's just get started working on this. We also get some money, so it's fine. That's a neutral outcome. Gives us +1. That's kind of what we figured. I am a little worried about not having enough energy. This seems that I kind of want to start the babysitting just because we've just done nothing. I'm gonna spread out my actions now a little bit instead of just focusing on one thing. What does this do? I don't know what negative does. Let's find out. Is this our first negative? No, it's not, because we're just too good. We're just too good at this game. We threw in a 1 and we still succeeded. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 more really good dice and we have that one figured out. Let's not press our luck too much. Oh, that gave us health, by the way. Now that's the benefit of babysitting. That's the benefit of babysitting. We got energy from the engage action, or the what action? Engage. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, we got energy from the engage action, and that time we got a lot. We got lucky there. So that's, yeah, that actually ended up being a really good couple rolls. Now part of me wants to try the 1 again, but do we have a? We don't have any more of these, right? These are all repeatable now. These are repeatable, right? So I'm not personally a fan of the repeatable actions right now. Okay, the gum box. The grinning penguin says, "Take me to Tambor." Take me to Tambor. I don't know. We're just kind of spreading things around right now. Just kind of spreading things around. I could do something at the farm. Oh, I just want to bank this 6 for another day. But the fact that we got food is actually pretty good. Tomorrow's going to be a big day for us. We're having things. You know what? I could gather scrap. It's very dangerous, and at a minimum, I sell it. right? At a minimum, I sell it for 12, but it also could end up meaning other things. Hold on, before I do this. So if I do engineering, I have a chance to gain random scrap. You know what? No. What am I doing? I might as well work on the ship then. Because I can get scrap from working on the ship. And that's dangerous. And now I can work on the ship. So yeah, let's work on the ship. I don't know what I was thinking. That seems obvious now. Yeah, this seems right? Yeah, and hopefully I get a scrap, but it also means I get 2 of these chunks. Did I get scrap? I don't know if I got scrap. No, I didn't get scrap. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because we're gonna start work. We have to work on that anyways. Okay, what do we do with the 1? Do we risk a roll somewhere, or do we? You know what? It's safe, which means there's no downside for a negative. Oh, negative outcome. I did get a negative. Look at that. I lost something. Except it still gave me a ticket? Or did it subtract a ticket? It still gave me a ticket, a positive ticket. Right? Yeah, it still gave me a positive ticket. That's weird. All right, well, I guess that's why it's safe. I just didn't earn energy. All right, let's sleep it off. I guess that's why you want to do safe things. I hope I still get 4 dice. It's gonna be close. I can't, like, it takes the energy at the end of the turn. Ah, no. Okay, I did not get the 4 dice. All right, well, that's actually really annoying. This is where the ability to repair yourself would come in handy. Because 1 scrap component getting you another dice, that would be worth a lot, actually. In hindsight, that would be worth a lot. Okay. Whose timers are up? Nobody down here? Boy, that moves kind of fast. 1 more day there, or yeah, 1 more day there. So the ship should be ready to go. Ankita here should give me so much money. So much money right here. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulder, and she's working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale. Her hair is tangled. Clumps of dirt. Dirt clings to her armor. You both catch her eye. Hey! I mean, I'm not mad at her. She holds up a hand. Sleeper! She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. Truly I am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this. When all you have shown me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. You said you would pay me. Please at least 180 crypto. At least. I got your ship mine back. And that's what I spent on the other ship mine that I already gave you. She nods and looks up at the stars. Thank you. She shifts the weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for... Look, she sighs. Can you come with me if it's easier? Lead on. She leads down the dirt path between the pillars. There's a wind passing through the greenway. A quirk of the air currents and the biosphere maintains. A quirk of the air currents the biosphere maintains. Hello, I can talk. And it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. You try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper, sprawled, twisted, open, connected to the ship mine, has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back there, back to the drum at the center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little. I'm not actually as scared as my own character is. What are you doing? Looks within what needs to be done. You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing with flickering glow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small, under this hulking room, the smallest she's ever looked. She places the box down. Sure. I mean, she could, like, kill us if she wanted to. She's, like, a mercenary. Like, and super BA. You follow Nikita into the stack, through the low tanks, entering the drum at the ground level. It's just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, check the apertures of the tanks, the glint of a weapon, or a shadow among the moss. She stops, and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now. The equipment cleared away. This place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. His rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt at the grave's head. I buried them together, she says. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of questions you could ask about Ashton the Sleeper. When do I get paid? When do I get paid? How long did you know him? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't. But then the words come gushing out. He signed on a while ago. He used to run recon for a corporate outfit, but he got sick of the pay. He joined the crew as a sniper, and the first few jobs were a breeze. He was so cold, disconnected, he always hit his marks. The last few jobs, though, he was different. I noticed that. We'd had a period of extended shore leave on the Eye, and when he came back, he was changed. I assume he had just had too much time off. He was right. I never would have given him the ship mind. I wouldn't have believed him. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's just business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. This is how we die. Alone. She stops, not sure what to add. Seems like she's reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel the gap between you. And as you do, it widens. The water drips, the moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a little while longer. You both feel it. Life creeping back in. The silence ending. Kita shifts her weight. And then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to be back in the open space of the Greenway, away from this place forever. You stand outside, and the breath of fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling above them. That's it, she says from somewhere behind you. You try to think something to say, but she puts her hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this. Yes, at least, not at least take this. You paid me for a job. You told me you'd pay me. It's what I owe. Okay, I have 79 now. Let's see. This better be 180. Because I have now given her 2 ship mines. 2! Ah, she looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars. Ugly little things you do. I'm taking them. You take the chips and turn without saying a word. You continue to track as she follows. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up and the leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pocket, and you hate them for reminding you of how little life is worth. She gave me 200. That's exactly what I said. Good. I want my money. I'm normally not all about money in games, but it's like literally my survival is on the line. And I have given her 2 ship mines. It really should be more than 300 at this point, but at least now I have some money. We're gonna save up our point, folks. I'm excited. We're gonna save up our point and actually start getting stronger. Hopefully, I like this instant karma one. We still don't know how it works in terms of like, do you re-roll all your dice? Actually, you know what? I think the scrap components is better, right? And then I could just focus on engineering. I could get money from engineering, and I can get scrap components, and I can heal myself. Okay, 2 more turns for this? 2 more turns. That one's going to be interesting because I did all of that in 1 turn. I still feel like that was kind of an amazing turn. Let's babysit. Come on, get lucky. Neutral outcome, totally fine. We got an energy. Okay. Let's really go for the positive, because then we're done rolling. Neutral. Neutral is okay. This sounds weird, but I'm actually gonna save this for another time, because here's why. It gives you an energy, and that means food we don't have to buy, and we're full energy right now. So I might regret not doing that right now, but that's what I'm going with. So it's a done deal. Okay, and then let's work on our engineering action. Get this ship assembled. Okay, 2+2 side, which is what we figured we would get. All right, what to do with a single die? We can always... Well, shoot. Maybe... You know what? Never mind. What am I doing? I just do this. I do this because if we fail, we still get a ticket, we just don't get energy. Negative outcome. We still get a ticket and we didn't get energy. So that's what we do. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the obvious answer to my question. She's asleep, whispered Liam, creeping out the back of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door as he does. You're perched at a thin bar in the main room. The slate in front of you is still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring. The only world Mina has known. With stick figures standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Liam asks, producing a worn-looking bottle. Sure. I mean, it's not going to give me any energy. He nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, and then sits down at the bar. Cheers, he offers. You know, we've actually had something to celebrate this time around. Liam gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side rail. He grins broadly, clearly he's been desperate to tell you. Amazing. He holds up the drink. Couldn't have done it without you, keeping an eye on a little meanie back there. Liam shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her in the past 2 cycles. She's doing great. Of course she is. He playfully squeezes your shoulder. She talks about you a lot, you know. Draws you. I'm glad she has a friend that isn't me. His eyes drift to the bedroom floor. She's great. He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes off in the middle distance. I pulled her off a refugee shuttle out by one of the Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solum collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make it for the eye on these decrepit old shovels. He sloshes the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in the weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. He shivers. Fry Guy says, just so you know, the word is pronounced thigh-deer eel. Wait, what word? Sorry, I don't know how long ago you typed that. I was really engrossed in the story. Let me scroll back up. Cider eel. Cider deer eel. Cider. Oh, wow. That is such a weird word. Okay, thank you. Well, I still don't think I have it. Cider eel. Like you hit the deer, it's a space word. Well, that makes sense. So you hit the deer, you put the R with the deer, and you don't put it with the reel. So that's like eel. I mean, it's so close to side rail, but, you know, dyslexia. Sidereal. 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 Oh boy, it's getting worse. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna work on it. There's so many words in here I don't even know. But thank you. Oh, okay. Sorry I said anything. No. I love learning how to pronounce words. I hate mispronouncing words. I do appreciate it. But it's also hard for me, even when people tell me how to pronounce it. I always go to like howtopronounce.com and I hit play like 40 times in a row to try to like figure out how to pronounce something. So funny. Oh, I pinned your word. What I meant to do was copy it so I can copy and paste it to remind myself later to figure out how to pronounce it. Sidereal. I can't get that last part. Okay, I'm gonna work on it. Okay, I've put it in my notepad to figure out how to pronounce. There's like 50 words in here I'm like 99% sure I'm pronouncing wrong. Okay, but this is interesting. She was ice cold when she reached purple lips. He shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink, still not sure why. Well, I'm glad you did. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand? We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it, I quit. Just us dumped here. You saved her. I'm gonna sound like an idiot now, but she saved me. Oh, it's so cheesy, but it's also really cute. That's the truth of it. He looks around the place, looks around the decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me, I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost. But I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? I'm gonna fix the draw. I'm gonna get you in. The Sidereal will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? You'll make it? You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have... I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes his way down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us are on the team now. Both of us have a chance. Together. That's right. We hold on together. Imagine all three of us riding on the horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Me too. See you around. All right, then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it, from both of us. Don't I have a name? Everybody calls me Sleeper. He bats your shoulder, and you slip out into the dark of the walkway. Thoughts of little Mina on your mind. Oh, well, that is very cute. Did I do... Oh, I got an upgrade point for that. Did it tell me I was going to get an upgrade point for that? Wow, I should have done that sooner. Okay. Man, I'm just having so many troubles with chords today. It's probably my weird clothes that are all tangled. Okay. Self-repair? I mean, self-repair or re-roll your dice. Re-roll your dice doesn't mean, like, automatically they're better, but if you have a really bad day, this could change everything. I think using scrap components to repair your condition is almost like getting a dice reroll, because, let me explain why before I spend this point. Because but what if it's only 1 scrap for 1 condition point? Then it's actually not worth it at all. Use scrap components at home to repair condition. It doesn't really say one way or the other how much repair it is. Because if it's 1 scrap for 1 repair, then that's actually not good. Because it would take so long because I lose a condition every day. We're gonna do it, and then we're gonna find out if we just seriously wasted our points. Do we have any scraps? We have no scraps. I didn't think we had scraps, but can I buy scraps? What happens if I buy a scrap? I can sell the scrap. Can I buy a scrap? I think I can roll for a scrap, but I don't think I can buy a scrap. Well, we get more stuff next turn. It's nice to have money again, though. We don't have anything we can do with it right now. We can buy a scrap from this ship. That's right. And this ship isn't here, so right now we can't buy a scrap. That's okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Self-repair. With some careful engineering, you can patch up your damaged body with scrap components. The result isn't pretty. Okay, it still doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me how much, so that's actually really annoying. Okay. Let's do it. We're unfortunately still down a die, but... Ooh. Kind of wishing I had that reroll now, huh? 6222. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Okay, let's check out the story components. And nope. Nope. Here we go. Maybe there's something here that we can kind of glean from. As you approach, the address will give you a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving you a hint of their strength. Of the strength her implants give her. As you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes glinting like mirrors on their cheeks. Another person. Ja? Please, the sleeper is here by my invitation. Great. I brought me his command. The hand immediately loosens, and apologetic looks to replace the scowl on their face. Of course, I'm sorry. She waves her away. Don't you worry. I appreciate your protective instinct. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the tambour? Wait, that's where I need to go for this. Take me to the tambour. Okay. They have a delivery coming, and they'll need some help with the lifting. So, sleeper, you came. I'm glad. I was curious. Curious is good. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on this station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. I wish you no harm. I'm glad. She begins walking around and gestures for you to walk with her. Takes you down a staircase onto a bustling walkway at the low end. What do you know about them? Something. You run the lower end. Bless, that sounds impressive. We run out of the lower end. Yes, we don't run it. People with carts push past moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We're framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. I don't know. I didn't quite get that. I didn't quite get that from them. She gestures around at the people in the passageway. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws here? No one. This is true. The eye is lawless. So it's up to us all to make it work for us. But I don't imagine you think that's a good thing. I like how like adversarial this person is, but meanwhile me, the player, I'm like, I'm listening, tell me more. But then like my character is clearly having more problems, kind of like when they killed the sleeper. With all the people that are dead and dying out here, why would I be more upset that another sleeper's ship mine was disconnected? It's the same thing as shooting somebody, which like isn't great either. I'm not pro that. My character is not pro people dying, but it's like there's plenty of that going on. So why would that be? I don't know. I'm just not getting what the game is trying to force my character to feel. I'm not feeling that. It's not a bad game. I'm not saying that, but like some of these personality conflicts I just don't have. If you had spent your time on the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. I wonder if this changes. If I had done the low end quest, I wonder if this changes. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erland's time. They didn't need to house thousands. And keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later when the refugees started arriving. She meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage. Some tried to hold it together. Some fled. The Eye became a refuge. And Erland, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they hoped. Rabia leads you through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Erland's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came with different factions and families. They were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yet again is a child of that conflict, and a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we're a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth, I have worked to earn it. She catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while. Among the smells and textures of the low end, you start to wonder if this place could be home for you too. Where do I come into this? She smiles to herself and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe you understand the importance of refuge. So I also believe that you wish to keep this place safe. Yeah, I'm on board. I hope that doesn't mean beating up shop owners and taking their only penny. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I don't know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. He didn't really tell us that much. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of, yet again, an ex-corporate employee. It goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied, that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on promises they've made us. Yet again has not lasted this long because of its charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal would be treated as an attack. Oh boy, there we go. I'm gonna give him a little insight about Sabine. Many in the IR, Sleeper. I'm sorry, but we must ask that our debts are paid in full. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt. And they would have said anything. But where are they now to stand behind their claims? I'll find them. As we will, you realize that Rabine has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase and walkway where you met. You're free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looks out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here as you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. And you will be able to see yet again, to see the low end, with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I will not ask you to betray them. But if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. Oh, I like that. She's just like, I'm not going to ask you to betray them, but I've given you this information. I really like that. That's cool. With that, Rabia leaves, flipping back into her office, while you stare out of the countless units, each at home, each with the story that make up the low end. Cool. Cool. I like that. I like that character. I like that interaction. I like it all. Let's go to the Greenway. Is there anything here? One more day for the mushrooms. Boom. These are all the refugees. Figure out what's going on. This is like, they say that like the desert or whatever. I haven't really had a chance to explain or explore the wastes. Yeah, because this is how I gather scrap. Well, I could get a scrap this way just to test it, but I'm not going to. Okay, do I have any safe, risky, and danger? So no. I'm looking for a safe task to spend my 2 dice on. I can always get more data. I have 3 of these already. It doesn't seem to be getting me anything. They cost 2. This costs 1. And it's repeatable. And then, which one's this one? Costs 1 and it's repeatable. And then this costs 2. And it doesn't say it's repeatable, but it's repeatable, and I have 3 of them already, so I kind of don't want to spend my dice on that. I would like to spend my dice trying to make some money. I wish these ships were here. Well, 2 more and this guy comes back. I don't know how to deal with him, so I guess we'll find out. Risky, risky. We're just looking for something that's safe. Even if it doesn't get us that much, if it's just safe. Well, there's no way this is going to be safe. Okay, well, I guess I know what we're doing with our 6. Hopefully I get a component. Component! No. But that's okay. Okay. Leave that. All right, what do we do with 3 2 dice? This is... I literally just got this perk. And if I had gotten this perk, maybe we'd have more dice. There's got to be a safe one that I missed. I mean, we could play this, but we lose money. So, you know, it's kind of like 25% chance to make money, 75% chance to lose money. As good as I am rolling, I still don't think that's a good idea. No, we need caps for that. Oh, maybe one of these? These are risky too. Oh, with this one I'll just lose money? You know what? Let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what a negative outcome does. Oh, positive outcome, 25% chance. Oh, well. La-di-da. All right, maybe I have risked enough. Is there anything I can do here? Risky, risky, of course. Oh, scrap components. This is another way to get scrap components. Good. I don't really want to do that right now. So energy and scrap components. Nice. Sorry, what do are these safe? Okay, so I have nothing that's safe right now. Okay. So here we go. Risky. Negative outcome, -3 crypto. That's not bad. Okay, I mean, in terms of negative outcomes, that's actually not bad. So let's spend this on getting our basically free food. Okay, plus 2 energy. We're full health. That's perfect. And I think that's it, folks. Part of me thought we might finish this game today, and I think it's just taking me a lot longer than what the internet says it should do. And that's fine, because we're actually really enjoying this game. So let's call it there. We will, I can't imagine we will not be finishing this game next week. If nothing else, we've really kind of upgraded our character quite a bit. It feels like that's one way you can kind of tell when a game's kind of getting near the end. I believe we're over halfway. I have no reason to believe that. Fry Guy says, I think most people probably aren't reading all the dialogue out loud when they play. That's true, and that does slow me down. I can read in my head quite a bit better. Reading out loud is tough for me. But let's call it there. I think last autosave 24 seconds ago. Great, there is no way to manually save, so it is what it is. We finish this game next Wednesday, and on Saturdays right now, what are we doing? We're playing Undertale. I'm loving that game. 89% sure I will be finishing this Saturday. We're doing a mild spoiler Undertale run because I have a special request to actually do a pacifist run, so I needed to look up information about what that even meant or how to do that. And then that'll be Saturday, and then next Wednesday we finish this game. We got to finish this game. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for the channel point redemptions. Thank you, Fry Guy, for helping me with that word. I have Googled it. I am going to practice it, and then we'll get there. Thank you, everybody. Have a absolutely wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.